Sound to your mind.
Breathe. I stay quiet as I light on my loud light. Breathe. I balance diet, I'm just trying to get my pounds right. Breathe. I stay quiet as I light on my loud light. Breathe. I balance diet, I'm just trying to get my pounds right. Shouts all on my team, I need more than a mattress support. In my dreams, could grab a few Z's like I'm falling asleep, but I don't wanna wake for the morning. Grief, breathe. Tears drop to the form in the sea. A broke heart, but it's worn in my sleeve. Never listened, I was warned in my teens, but I still skip school, I was taught in the streets. Ring back, don't call for police. Stand tall, don't fall for the beast. Got issues with trust, so I'm born to believe. We've been a victim of love and now we're caught in it deep. Breathe.
Yes, people, what's happening? And welcome back to Gav Goes In. Listen, this one's gonna be a good one. I'll tell you now, yeah, I was doing this list last night, yeah, and yet again, this is gonna be a headache because I actually forgot, yeah, the amount of bad boys that this team have had, you know, and I'm even thinking about to the present day because I think the present day players have to get in, no doubt. But I look at some of the players of the past year, and thank God it was from 05, because I tell you now, if it was anything before then, we're in trouble, you know. But this 05 team's gonna be difficult, and as I said, man, literally, it's gonna be an interesting one. Big up to the mods for coming in. Big up to, I'm not even sure who Blue French is, but I'm guessing that's Christopher McGrath. I'm guessing that's him. But big up yourself. Big up to Atro, man. Atro, big up yourself. Atro, make sure you holler at me as well, yeah. Because obviously you've been a regular person on this channel as well, man. So if you want, man, I can make you a mod on the channel as well. Big up to yourself. Big up to Verbic as well. Donnarumma has to be there. Whoa, we're gonna have a tough time doing this, yeah, because what I would say, yeah, is we're gonna have to agree on, is it players who done the best at PSG at the time, or is it players that are just the greats? You know what I'm trying to say? And I know Fitz is thinking the same thing, so I thought let me get it in there early because I got a feeling we're gonna differ, man. We're gonna differ on certain things.
I think it should be a little touch of both. I think you should be able to be like, look at the career this person had. But that's the counter, the argument, and that's it. Just depends which one outweighs the other, I think. Because if you go back and we're like, right, look at the teams that we've done so far. R9, any team he was available for, it didn't matter. He was in. You know what I mean? Different.
R9 was unrivaled, to be fair, man. Yeah.
You know, and Real are different, fucking like total different versions of Ronaldo, but there's no question he's making it in there, innit? So it's like that's based off career. Let's be clear, innit? That's based off peak R9 and kind of even a touch of what could have been. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't think we can really just decide like we're gonna go one way or the other. Because if we say we're just gonna go off time at PSG, this is a fucking 15-minute team. This.
Yeah, no, I agree, but I just think because even when someone said Donnarumma, yeah, obviously we've got a certain somebody that's in there, but my thing is, are we just gonna pick that certain somebody because of his name? You know what I mean?
But this is the thing, though. You know me, even like you know full well that's exactly who I want to go for. But I will play devil's advocate, and I will give you a reason why he shouldn't be. I'll give you a few reasons why he shouldn't be. But I'm still going to vote that way because I can't have a vote of them two guys and not go with, you know what I mean? It is what it is. It's R9 versus, I don't need to hear the other part of the question. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same kind of thing. But I can give a few very, very strong reasons why he shouldn't be in this team, even though he is who he is. But like I say, I feel like we should leave it kind of open, but with certain like situations, because obviously a certain career compared to a certain impact at PSG, it might be just abundantly clear that don't care how good the career was at PSG, this guy was phenomenal. He's getting, you know what I mean? So yeah, but there will be other ones where it's like, nah, but it's so and so he's getting in. Like R9, for example, gets into any team that he's available for. Like if we did, well, I swear, didn't R9 make it into AC's team as well?
Wait,
I
did we
swear,
do ACs?
yeah, bro.
I'll have to check, man.
And it was eight. It was.
Oh
him.
yeah, because it was R9 and Ibra, innit?
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm saying. He would.
Yeah.
R9 had no business being in that fucking team, but it's R9. I mean, so we can't rule that out of the equation when we've already come so far with that shit.
I hear it. Yeah. But no, listen, I think yeah, I think it should, yeah, it can be a bit of both, innit? But as we go through the way, it'll kind of work itself out. But I'm just slightly leaning towards the players that have probably done the best at those clubs will probably just slightly go ahead of the actual legends, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, because to be fair, it has happened before. Like I've wanted Vieira in Inters, and he didn't make it because as big as the name was and as good as the player was, his time there wasn't effective enough to give him a spot. And obviously, we concede it even when it's someone that we really want in. Like I say, like we've had to take ours, both of us, on certain players, innit?
Yeah.
Fucking as much as you'd have loved to have got Gundogan in that Germany one, it's just not happen. You know what I mean? It just couldn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Obviously, I think this one it's going to be difficult with certain positions, but I do feel like other ones kind of you've got it pretty much mapped out in it.
Yeah. No, we'll figure it out, but it's gonna be interesting, man. Big up to Blue French as well, man, with the 6-7 jewels again. Big up yourself. All right, well let's get it started anyway. What formation are you thinking?
This is the very first one where I've not actually had a formation, but I'm not gonna lie, 4-4-2 essentially.
You're thinking 4-4-2.
Two centrals, midfielders, fucking two wingers, two strikers.
Chat, help us out because I'll be honest with you, yeah. Part of me is thinking
4-4-2-3-1 in it. If you want to get a 10 instead of an extra.
Yeah, I'm thinking 2 10s and 1 striker. But then again, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. 4-2-3-1, 4-3. Yeah, Atro's saying 4-3-3. I'm thinking 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1. I'm definitely not thinking 2 strikers.
Yeah. No, well, it's up to you. Whichever way you want to go with one on top, whether it's 2 10s or 1 10, whichever way you want to go. I personally, I've just got 2 centre mids like written down. I don't even have a big list on certain positions. Centre mids, and they both should get in this
I've got a lot of worthy mentions. That's why. So
that's what I'm saying. I know there's a lot of worthy mentions, but for me, with the I've got written down, I'm wasting it. That's all I'm doing.
Well, Verbic reckons 4-4-2. Atro reckons 4-3-3. I'm more leaning towards 4-3-3, but then I don't know how this is gonna work. You know, it's gonna be a headache. You know what? I'm gonna say 4-2-3-1. I'm gonna say I'm thinking 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, well, I think the truth. Normally on these, on the top of the page, I will have a formation like in mind, in it. Like on every team, I've got a formation apart from these 4 French ones. I just like I say, 2 centre mids that I can see fitting for. I can see 2 wingers that need to be in this. I've got 2 strikers down that realistically there's one that's favourite, but the other one I'd like to get in there if possible. I
Yeah.
don't actually put any tens down. This is what I'm thinking. Like, what tens have you got down? The fact that you
Nah, listen, let's not do that. Come on, let's not do that. You know exactly who we got in there.
I've got a
Let's.
feeling.
I won't ruin it. I won't ruin it. But
No.
yeah, they've got players in there that are a shoo-in for me.
I'm-
But
The two that you're thinking of going in the 10, I probably got down for wide. I'm not gonna lie.
I knew you would. I knew you would. Football Karma saying 4-3-1-2. 4-3-1-2. Nah, I can't have a 4-3-1-2, man.
No, because then you cannot. One of them tens or wingers are gonna miss out in that one. We definitely either need wings or we need two tens. I can go with no wings, and if we're having two tens, because them two wings that I've got in mind are just moving in. You get me? Like it's like we're. But
Well, the thing is, Fitz, you know it is, yeah. The way that I'm looking at it, yeah, the strikers don't outweigh the wingers or the tens for me. That's why I'm picking one striker.
No, I hear it. But that's what I'm saying. For me,
You know?
over the tens that I've put on the wings, like I have got a few names. I've got 4 other names written down. 3 of them are on the right, 1 of them's on the left. Yeah, and it's like realistically over the tens on the wing, I'm not taking any of them. And as long as I've got the two that I've got in mind playing as a 10, don't even need wings at that point. You know what I mean? Like, because they are my plan for the wings.
Okay.
If you've got a list of wingers there that outweigh the striker, then go for wings as well, innit? Like I say, I'm kind of.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the 4-2-3-1. I'm gonna go 4-2-3-1 because I think everyone's putting in different formations. Yeah, I'm thinking 4-2-3-1. But if it comes to a point, yeah, where we might change the formation midway, like I'm open to that as well, innit? But I'm gonna go 4-2-3-1. Spare me 1 minute, and then we'll get on to our list. Right, so yeah, 4-2-3-1, guys. We're gonna go with. But as I said, I'm open to changing if we feel that there's other players that might get in there. Right, let's go on to it. Yeah, so I mean, I've put down 4 keepers. Yeah, but to be honest with you, there's 2 of them that it's gonna be between. You know what? I changed my mind. Yeah, for me, it's between 3 of them, and the other one is just probably a worthy mention, and I'm giving him a worthy mention because I'm going back to my football manager, champ manager days. Yeah. And that is Mikel Landriel. Mikel Landriel was one of the first keepers, yeah, back in the day that I used to sign on champ manager. So that's why he's in there in the list. Again, he's not going to make it, yeah. And it's going to be between, as we know, Gianluigi Donnarumma, Keylor Navas, and Gianluigi Buffon. Yeah.
You're not putting
Now, gone.
Magnan in there as well, however you pronounce it. Mike
Maignan when at
yes,
PSG.
Yes, he was.
When?
Google it.
Nah, no way. There's no way I would have missed this.
Google it. You definitely.
I'm gonna do it right now. There's no way Mike Maignan was at PSG. Can't be.
All right.
Guys, give me 1 minute.
He's got a fact check Fitz.
Bro, he was at PSG. When?
I fucking told you, bro. What the fuck?
When?
Never doubt me on these things, bro.
Bro, he come for the youth team. No way.
I do the research, brother. I do the full research. I spend too much time on these lists, bro.
I never knew because he come from before he went to AC. I think he was at Lille, but he actually come through the youth system at PSG.
Yep,
I didn't know that.
It's crazy, innit? But that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I genuinely do put a bit too much time into these lists because there's no way that he's made it into the fucking team. But I still went that deep, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. He was who I had down as the 4, innit? Like, obviously, like when you said 4, I'm like, yeah, but there's 3 really. But when you come out with champ manager and that, I'm like, wait, that's a bit too far back for who I'm thinking. Like, the fuck's going on? But yeah, man.
I did. Do you know what? I did not know that, but I mean, he only played 8 games in it, so
Yeah,
I think
like I
he
said,
can't really get in with the others. Yeah, and
as a kid, it's not happening. But like I say,
yeah, yeah.
it's a
Uh,
them little tidbits there. I think that's what makes these kind of ones interesting because there won't be a bag of people that are aware of that. And I didn't even know until I did the research
Bro,
for this.
I didn't even know that. Didn't even know myself. So
Like I say,
yeah,
man, when I
listen,
was looking at it, I'm like,
they've had some serious keepers, man. I didn't know Mike Maignan was there.
yeah, man.
But yeah, he's obviously France's #1, and he's a very good keeper anyway. But you know what? This comment here from Verbic is between Navas and Donnarumma, yeah. And I'm actually glad he's actually said that because I know you want to get Buffon in there, yeah. But I'm purely gonna say it's between Navas and Donnarumma because although Buffon is a great and he's one of the best keepers to ever play the game, I don't think we can put him in based on how like he was only at PSG for what was it, a season? He was there for?
I think it was one season, and it was the season that we had the dramatic comeback in the Champions League against them, and he was in there. If you remember, he had Lukaku taking it round him, so you can't.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to vote Buffon because it's Buffon, but I'm telling everyone to vote me on that one and go with the logical one because I'm still going to go Buffon, but they're perfect reasons why you cannot go with me. Go with whoever the fuck you lot are fucking deciding on here with Gavcar. It should be between those two. Buffon
Listen, I hear it. Buffon realistically gets into probably any team in goal, innit? You know, as we already know. I think we've said it plenty of times. I think the only goalkeeper that troubles Buffon is Oliver Kahn or what's his name? Peter Schmeichel, isn't it?
Big Pete.
Yeah, I think they're the only two really, but I just think we can't include Buffon in this because Navas and Donnarumma both done more at PSG in it, and I think that has to come into it. Yeah, I mean, me personally, I'm gonna go Donnarumma, and I'm purely going for Donnarumma because you know he was part of that PSG team that did win, you know, the Champions League, you know, Liga. I mean, I know it's Liga, but he was a main part of that. You know what I mean?
And let's not forget, over the last few seasons, bear in mind, he's only been in England. This will be his second season now. Right? He's been in England one season, yeah? And we've been saying that, the French league has been building over the last few seasons. So his last few years in France were probably the toughest that the French league's been since the 90s.
Yeah.
So you can't really just be like, no, it's just league. Obviously, that applies for the players that would fucking say 02. I say after Dino left, so 02, 03 to where the money came in, basically dog shit. The entire league was dog shit. You know what I'm saying? But after that, more recently, so much more money's been going in there. So much, they're relying on the youth system so much, and youth system wise, it's only Spain that's producing like France. You know what I'm saying? Fucking hell, and they've got a similar kind of system. A lot of the players over there in the fucking Spanish league are Spanish. You know what I mean? So obviously, there's a reason why the French league is picking up and it's getting there very quick. Really, if you're looking at it, how poor it was, 20 years ago to how good it's looking now, night and day, innit?
100. I mean, to be honest with you, that French league now, yeah, I think people take that French league for granted anyway. Because I think, you know, there's a lot of people, especially people that are in England. I think they look at the French league and think, you know, you always hear that same old nonsense about it's a farmers league, even though, like, you know, the majority of the players that are playing the Premier League, a lot of them are coming from France. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, man, I think we're all agreeing that it's gonna be Donnarumma in goal. You know what I mean? And you know what's funny, yeah? Big up to Crawley. So he's already put his team in there, yeah, and it's not a bad team to be fair, but let's not jump the gun in it because we need to try and see I'm not going to show it on screen because I don't want everyone to see it. But I mean, you might see it in the chat anyway. But I think, yeah, let's not jump the gun, innit? Let's just start off each position because I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's going to be a few positions where people might be surprised, innit? You know.
Yeah.
But listen, let's move on. But yeah, Donnarumma's in there. Obviously, Buffon was obviously one of the greatest, but I mean, he has to.
My vote
Has
still
to
has
not
to technically to Buffon just because, like, he is. If R9 gets that treatment as striker, that's the first player that comes to mind of who else should get that treatment.
100%. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
For that reason, I can't constantly go R9 and then not go
Yeah.
Buffon. So it's like
I think Buffon and R9, they're basically the goalkeeper and striker that gets into anyone's team. But if we're gonna apply the logic of they've only done it for like a season or whatever, it could be for both of them anyway. You know what I mean?
If we just said this is just off the player, don't care how long they've been at the could have been there for 2 weeks, gone out on loan and never played an actual game. I don't care as long as they were signed and that's that player they're getting in. Like
100%.
I'll be in, but because it needs to be a little balance of both. You can afford to have those ones, but again, Buffon the season before he retired, fucking probably the worst season he ever had. You know what I mean? Like didn't like the same player anymore. Like I say, bro, Lukaku took it round him, left him, just sorting it away. Like, bro,
I think when Lukaku's doing that, man, it's time to hang up your boots. You know what I mean?
exactly, bro, exactly.
So,
He stayed a few months too long, bro. Like, but like I said, it was probably his idea was it's one big last year of fucking big wages. Fucking why not? You know what I mean? That's my retirement. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I hear it. All right, well, let's move on to the fullbacks. Yeah, I think the fullbacks are going to be. Guys, am I echoing? By the way, am I echoing?
What to me?
No, I can hear noise in the background. It's mad. Let me come out and come back in and see if it's me. 1 minute.
Yeah. Oh yeah. To be fair though, the fullbacks now should be fairly simple, guys. Because I do feel like we're going to be leaning towards more recent than names on this one as well, innit? Quite it's hard to argue against them, but I think Gav's definitely going to try and throw a spanner in the works. You back, bro?
Yeah. I think it might be on your side, you know. I can hear like just little crackling noises.
It might be because it's obviously just coming through the speaker, and it's not like in a head.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it must be that. Yeah, it's gone anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's gone.
I just turn my thing down a little bit so it's not as loud in it. So hopefully it'll be all right.
Cool. All right. Well, listen. Let's go through these fullbacks, yeah, because I think this might be probably the easiest position to do. Now, I've got worthy mentions in it. Thomas Moynier, Serge Aurier, Gregory Van der Ville, if you remember him, Alessandro Florenzi, and as much as I would love to put in Dani Alves, I think we're all in agreement that is going to be Achraf Hakimi. Fitz, how high do you rate Hakimi?
Yo, I rate him very high. I've said it on stream with you before. Like for me, when you talk about the greatest right backs of the game, for me, I'm starting with Cafu because before Cafu and Carlos, fullbacks were fucking. They were the least technical, the worst players basically on the team were fullbacks essentially, innit?
Yeah.
But after Carlos and Cafu, the level changed and everyone realized that those positions have been getting wasted for years. So after that, that's where them positions come to life for me. And right back, you've literally got Cafu, then Alves, and then for me, the successor of Alves has been Hakimi, and that's like I say, to put him next in line against those, that's the highest praise that a right back can get. I'm not gonna lie.
To be honest with you, yeah, I think that's that's how I kind of look at him as well. So I think if you look at Hakimi, I think Cafu, Dani Alves, and then people might say Maicon. You know, there might even be shouts to put in the likes of a Carl Walker in there as well. But and I mean, for me, Reece James and him, I've always said the two best right backs in the game right now, isn't it? And I think people might say Maicon as well. And I actually think if I'm looking at Maicon,
But Maicon would have had a chance, but after, like, because you can have a player do what Bale did to you if you bounce back. He never really bounced back. It's like that took his confidence. You know what I mean? He's gained confidence just coming up against him now. So it's like when you look at Cafu from like the age of, I think it was like 21, 22, he ended up moving from Brazil. And then from there, he's one of the best right backs, if not the best right back in the world. You know what I mean? And was for a long period, basically until the decline came. And now the decline's coming, and the takeover was Alves. Yeah, now when Alves' decline started coming, Hakimi was still fucking in the youth system and that, you know what I mean? So it's not really like, it wasn't the perfect transition. That's why people will try to fill that gap with a Kyle Walker or a Maicon. But for me, Kyle Walker was one of the best right backs in England. Definitely the best right back England's produced fucking for a long, long time at least. But he can't get into that conversation. When you're talking Cafu, Alves, and Hakimi, and you're trying to put someone between Hakimi and Alves, Kyle Walker. But he's not getting in that line. You know what I mean? Because he was never the guy above Marcelo. They both declined round about the same time. Marcelo probably had a little bit more longevity than Ashley Cole, innit?
Yeah.
But again, Ashley can't get into that because he's up against Marcelo. Then after that, it's like trying to say, oh, well, fucking hell. Just fill in the gap because there was no one. Nah, fuck that. We're talking the best of generations. Like, Kyle Walker, there's been players like that. There's no one out there than like Cafu or Alves. You know what I mean? Like, it's different levels, isn't it? But for me, Hakimi, hands down. I genuinely did think that you was gonna throw the spanner in with Alves because I know how much you rate him. And like I say,
listen, even I would say Alves couldn't be in the head of Hakimi, man. Couldn't. But yeah, no, listen, Hakimi's definitely definitely. Guys, just quickly, is my mic messing up? Is it my mic?
I'm hearing you fine.
I don't know what's going on because I think Verbic's saying it's my mic. My mic seems to be working fine. My mic's still poor, apparently. Let me just check something. One sec. Yo, is that better?
Still sounds the same to me. It sounded fine initially though, but
yeah, because I can hear it from my end, innit? Yeah, it seems to have stopped now. Yeah, it's stopped now. So apparently it's not on your side, Fitz. It's on my side. Yeah, guys, it seems to have stopped now anyway. So I can't even tell you what it is. I don't even know. Yeah, it's cool now. Yeah, all right, cool. Fitz, can you hear me though?
Yeah.
All right, cool, man. Yeah. All right. Well, again, Hakimi. Yeah, I think many people might have forgotten as well that Hakimi used to be at Real Madrid. To think that he was at Real Madrid, coming through the Real Madrid system, and then he obviously went on loan to Borussia Dortmund, playing as a left wing back, and now he's arguably the best right back in the world. Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Big up to Babs One Diva as well. Big up yourself each and every time. All right, let's move on to left back anyway, because I see that Verbix put in there Juan Bernat. Yeah. Now, Juan Bernat was a very good left back, you know, and I put Maxwell in there as well. But again, I think we can all agree it's going to be Nuno Mendes. And just like Hakimi, yeah, I believe, and I think I told you this before actually, Fitz, yeah, I think Nuno Mendes, with what he's doing right now, I believe Nuno Mendes I think he can surpass Ashley Cole.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that, yeah, is because Mendes, yeah, going forward is a problem. Yeah, he's got pace to burn, but he's got good quality as well. But I actually probably think he might be better defensively than he is attacking wise.
Yeah.
You know, and Ashley Cole was a standout defensively, but I think attacking wise, I don't think attacking wise he is as good as Nuno Mendes for me. I think he's a top player, man. He's a top player. So guys, any Man United news, yeah? I will get back to it at the end of this this all-time 11 that we're doing for PSG. So if you've got any Man United talk, yeah, put that in there and I'll go through at the end. But yeah, listen, Nuno Mendes goes in that left back for me. And Fitz, how much do you rate Nuno Mendes?
To be fair, obviously he's like got a few years left to go until he's at Hakimi's point, but Hakimi's got a few years on him, man. So realistically, give him a couple more years. I would not be surprised if we're sat here putting him on the left and it's Carlos fucking Marcelo.
Yes.
I swear to God, but it just, like I say, give him that little extra time. But already, you look at what he's already doing, and he's only like what 23 or some shit, 24.
I think he might be 23. You know, yeah, 22 or 23 might be.
Yeah, so obviously Hakimi's like 27 or some shit in it. So imagine give my man another 4 years of growth. Yeah, man. Like I say, I think it's a little premature to put him in that lineup now. But you look at it, there's nobody else even close to that level.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
I agree.
If there's someone to take that crown, it's definitely him, innit?
Yeah. No, I agree, man. I agree, and I think with Mendes, as I said, he's got the pace, but his quality is very high as well. And as Aisha has said, Mendes 1v1 is a problem, and the only winger that I've actually seen literally just do Mendes as we know was Jadon Sancho. And again, Jadon Sancho done that because of his footwork. Whereas other wingers coming up against Nuno Mendes, they just know the pace ain't gonna work because this guy's rapid. But because Jadon Sancho is a clever footballer, you know what I'm trying to say, he can use his ball manipulation and his close control to try and take it round someone like a Mendes. And I guarantee you there's a lot of people out there that wouldn't have expected, you know, Sancho to do what he done against Mendes because Sancho's not a pace merchant, you know. But I think in terms of Nuno Mendes, I think he's definitely the best left back in the game for me right now. And as you said, man, I think when we do an all-time 11 in years to come, I think you're gonna find if he carries on doing what he's doing, he's gonna be up there for sure, man. So and yeah, he's 24 as well. He's 24, and if he's dispatching the likes of Yamal and Elise, who we're saying, you know, in terms of the left-footed number 10 come wide players, it just shows you the level that he's on in it. So yeah, he's a top player, man. Top player. Big up to Foxy Danny as well, each and every time. So all right, let's move on to the centre backs. Now, I've got a feeling it's going to be difficult. Yeah. So the list that I've got, I've got Mamadou Sakho, if you remember him, ex-Liverpool as well. Yeah. Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, David Luiz, Presnel Kimpembe, William Pacho, and Sergio Ramos. Yeah. Now,
Alex in there, no?
Who's that?
Alex, Brazilian Alex.
Nah, bro, Alex ain't getting there. It was either Alex or David Luiz, man. I chose David Luiz. Yeah. Nah, forget Alex, man. We're not doing that today, you know. Someone's already said Silva and Armand as well. Taking the piss, Silva and Armand.
So for me, it's Silva and Ramos, and I know that might be a little bit too quick to rule out Marquinhos,
Yeah.
but we've had this discussion recently. Silva at one time was the best centre back in the world, and Ramos has won everything. It's hard to go against them,
So
unless you
yeah,
want. Like I think
go on, go on.
this is the one where legacy overtakes what they've done at the club.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that, yeah, because for me personally, yeah, like when we done our all time 11, Sergio Ramos was in there because I think he's a generational defender for me, Sergio Ramos, yeah.
And the
But
debate, if you remember, was Ramos or Silva.
yeah, yeah, it was.
So
But the
it'd
only
be
thing
hard
I'm
to not
thinking though,
pick.
yeah, the only thing I'm thinking though, yeah, is that we're getting mad names. We're getting Kimpembe and Silva. We're getting David Luiz and Kimpembe. I think you lot are bantering, to be fair, because when you've got Thiago Silva and Marquinhos there, I can't be taking Kimpembe and David Luiz. I think they're just there for worthy mentions, personally. Yeah. Verbic is saying Marquinhos and Thiago Silva. I'm gonna throw a spanner in the works, yeah, because I don't think Ramos can get in there. Yeah, because as I said, Ramos is one of the best defenders ever, in my opinion. But he didn't really do a lot at PSG. The only two players I think that can partner Thiago Silva for me is the two players that are playing now, Marquinhos or William Pacho. I think William Pacho, yeah, is underrated. You know, and what I like is the left-footed centre back, you know, that adds that balance. Yeah, I know everyone's gonna go with Marquinhos, and I can't really complain. Um, but I think a worthy mention goes to Pacho because as good as Marquinhos has been, William Pacho, for me, if there's no William Pacho, I'll go as far and say PSG are not dominating the way they do. That's how good I think he's been, Pacho. You know, but I am willing to go with the majority. Yeah. So, guys, let us know in the chat, Marquinhos or Pacho.
And don't
There's no
forget
David Luiz,
that
no
Pacho's
Kimpembe.
another one that's only young as well, man. He's only like 23 or 4 or some shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, fucking still so much room to grow on that kid. You know what I mean? Like, as a
Mm,
defender as well as centre back, bro, peak centre back. He's
yeah.
got like fucking 6, 7 years. You know what I
I'm
mean?
telling you,
Before he
man.
even reaches his prime years as a centre back. So
Yeah.
yeah, he's
And to
ridiculous.
be honest with you, he's a crucial defender for PSG. I think everyone talks about Marquinhos, but Pacho is important because Pacho offers the physicality. He's got the pace as well. You know, he's aggressive in the tackle as well. So
But
and
you
he
know
can
what?
play. So
We've said this about a few players, and I want to throw him in the same category as like the Andy Coles and all these. If he was from a different nation, be a
yep,
different story. If he was French, Brazilian, Spanish, he'd be heralded as the best of this generation right now because of fucking what he's done with PSG and all the rest of it. But because he's like Colombian or some shit, innit?
he's Ecuadorian.
Ecuadorian, s- same level of nation, though. You know what I'm saying? Like they're
Mm,
not trying to champion someone from such a small nation because you know how they love the PR. They love to have the big stars in the big nations because they win things. It's like someone like a Haaland throws a spanner in the works because it's like fucking you got the best number 9 out there, but my man's not winning shit for his country because it's just not the same level. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's just like that fucks shit up for them. That's why they want to fucking switch people's attention. Like, don't look at him. Look at Messi and fucking Mbappe going crazy with this score shit. Don't look over at Haaland. Ignore that. Ignore that. That's gonna ask too many questions there, innit? But yeah,
mm,
man. Messi, look at the look at the shit Mbappe is doing. Like, bro, fuck that. Like, I'm paying way too much fucking attention to the big players, and I'm like, yo, if
yeah,
you was to do an all-time 11 or an 11 from the same parameters 95 to present day of teams outside of those 10 nations that we did, I reckon we could put together a team that could beat that.
yeah.
That's
I
right.
hear it.
France, Spain, Brazil, England, Holland, Belgium, like hot. Oh, bro, Germany, the lot, like yeah, ridiculous. But I reckon if we could find players from all them, like you get a Modric in there, you get a fucking Vidic in there, you know, bro, we could put
Yeah.
together and fucking at least bring it to that other one. And it doesn't make sense when you look at the nations, but obviously the media want to fucking like, oh yeah, look at the big nations and look at the stars playing for them, bro. Like that Pacho dusted under the rug simply because
100. You know, he's a very good defender, man. And as you said, I think if he was a bit more known, I think people would put more respect. But again, he gets the respect from PSG and from from people in the French league anyway, because he's a very good defender. So as I said, I'm happy to go with him or Marquinhos, but I feel that Marquinhos will get it because Marquinhos has been doing it for longer and is relatively more known as well, isn't it? So I'm happy to go with Marquinhos. Yeah,
you put
Verbic
me
saying
on.
Marquinhos.
Don't forget, bro, Gav, you put me onto this fact. Marquinhos was the first fucking buy with the new money.
He was, bro. He was
Been
from
there.
Roma.
He's been there, first one in, and he's still there now. For that reason alone, he needs to be in this team, really.
Yeah, I think again it shows how good he is.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
that's what I'm saying. Me, I was willing to say, you know what, Ramos, what he taking the peak, Ramos, fuck it, we've got to bang him in. But
yeah.
if you take Ramos out for Marquinhos, like I'm not gonna complain. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does. Because if you remember as well, yeah, United were linked to Marquinhos when he was at Roma before he went PSG. Because I think
Yeah.
It was United and a few other teams that were linked to getting him. And then when PSG had that new project, that's how Marquinhos became one of the first ones. So, and he's been there ever since, man. And as I said, he's seen the failures, and now he's reaping the benefits, man, of all that in it. So, guys, just quickly, yeah, I've just banned someone trying to impersonate Atro in it. So again, if he does come back here, I'm pretty sure he won't. But if there's someone trying to make an account of Atro, mods, if you see it, it should be Atro to Neighbors 1. So he's trying to impersonate him. So I've just removed him. So if he comes back, then yeah, just make sure. Yeah, big up, man. Big up yourself. I just clocked it just now. There's some weird people out here, as we know, innit?
Bro, this world is getting weirder by the fucking minute.
Bro, I'm used to it, man. I'm used to this world. Like, I'm just trying to navigate my way through it because we live in some odd times, man. There's people out there that want to impersonate, and it's like what are we doing there, man? Just go and find something to do, man. If you're that bored, you know what I mean? Impersonating other people is odd behavior, But listen, we're not gonna let it derail us, so we'll just carry on, innit? All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the midfield. Yeah. Now, you guys denied me last time. Yeah. And I'm just saying to you guys right now, I'm putting his name in there because I will not be denied. Yeah. And that is this guy right here. I'm not having this guy missing out, yeah, because he's another midfielder, yeah, that for me. Wait, why is he not in this? Is he not in this at all then? 1 second.
He might not be as Marco. It might be a real name. Like Marco's probably a nickname, innit?
Yeah, I think. Wait, is he actually retired already?
Yeah, I think he's retired.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Listen, Marco Verratti, man. Do you know what? Do you know what's annoying? Yeah, with Marco Verratti is that when you actually think about it, yeah, he wasn't part.
He's Saudi.
He's what? Sorry.
He's playing in Saudi.
He's playing in Saudi.
Yeah. His last name is Cavaliere. So Cavaliere. His full name is Marco.
Let me see.
Cavaliere.
Right, let me see if I can find it. 1 minute. Caballero, yeah.
Oh, that might be another one because it's got Omri next to it. Omri.
It's odd how he's not in this though.
Try Omri first because it's shorter.
1 second. So what? Just type in
M for Manchester.
Yeah. No, it's not been coming up. It's odd, isn't it? That's odd.
Can you see my screen?
One sec. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think he's. I just think he's not in. I just think he's not in this in general.
What?
It's cool anyway. It's cool. We all know who he is. I'm just odd that they've. Yeah.
Like I said, he's only 33 and playing in Saudi. I don't know why he's not in the game.
Yeah, it's odd. It's odd. But listen, we all know who Marco Verratti is anyway, and
You can get your honourable mentions out now, but Makalele is the other one.
Listen, let's not jump the gun there, because let's not jump the gun, because I've got to think that you're going to be outvoted in that one. Yeah.
Bro,
But,
voted on players like Makalele. I don't even call it a defensive midfielder. It's the Makalele role still to this day, bro.
Bro, one sec, bro. These people keep coming in. Mods, if you see anyone that's trying to impersonate Atro, yeah, just ban them. They're trying to add on a number to his name, innit? Just ban them. I just banned another one. But sorry, bro. Go on. What are you saying?
No, I'm just saying, fucking. I don't even call it a defensive midfielder or nothing. You get me? Like, he's gonna be the Makalele role. Like, if I'm saying what am I don't fucking designate numbers until it's 9 and 10. That's it. You get me? It's like, centre mid, Makalele role, centre back, full back. You get me? Wingers. But like I say, it's Makalele role, bro, for a reason.
I hear it, yeah. But you know what? Sorry, just going back to Verratti before we get the other player in, yeah. I think the one thing where I feel like disappointed for Verratti, yeah, is that he was that good, but he wasn't in a structured team like what PSG are doing now. You know, he was tasked with being the playmaker from deep, the ball winner for PSG when you had the likes of Messi, Neymar, Mbappe doing their thing, innit? And if you look at PSG right now, they've got a structured team and they're winning all these Champions Leagues, etc. But that should have been Verratti. But Verratti, in a sense, just came in the wrong time for what PSG are doing now. You know, but Verratti was a top player, man. One of my favorite players to watch, you know. I would go as far and say this, yeah, with Verratti. And again, I'm not comparing the two players, but in terms of what he did for PSG and for Italy, he's the closest to me to Pirlo. And he's a Pirlo, but he's more mobile than Pirlo. That's the way that I kind of looked at him. You know, he was a top player, Verratti, and he definitely gets in. Now, let me go through the list, because I can tell what the partner for Verratti is going to be a headache, because you're going with Makalele Fitz, yeah? Verbeek is going with Fabian Ruiz. He's even shouted out Blaise Matuidi, yeah? So we've got in the defense centre midfield, so you've got Makalele, Verratti, Blaise Matuidi, Thiago Motta, Fabian Ruiz, David Beckham, Johan Cabaye, Adrian Rabiot, and Vitinha. So for me, I'm going Vitinha. Even though, yeah, I'm more leaning towards Verbeek, because Fabian Ruiz is left-footed. And I think the fact that we need to be getting left-footed central midfielders in there for the balance, I'm leaning towards that. But I don't think we're going to agree on this. So we're going to have to come to some sort of decision. But go on, what are you saying?
I'll tell you the truth. For me, you know full well my United bias was fucking fighting with when I was writing this list. I definitely wanted to add Beckham into the mix, but I just knew there's no chance a season on loan he was getting it in ahead of Verratti, because for me, Makalele was the undisputed. You know what I mean? So like, I just I'll vote on Bex because it's gonna go Verratti. It's got to be, because he does deserve it. His time at PSG.
The thing is, yeah, I don't know how we're gonna agree to this, because I'll tell you what, let's narrow it down, yeah, we're gonna have to narrow it down, yeah, between three players: Makalele, Fabian Ruiz, and Vitinha. I think that's fair, yeah. Even though I think Matuidi was very good, but do I put Matuidi in there ahead of Fabian Ruiz? I don't think I do, man. Even though I think Matuidi was good, versatile, but I'll probably just pick Fabian Ruiz. So then it comes down to do with Fabian Ruiz or Vitinha. Now, I like the left-footed central midfielder, you know, as the balance, but I need to have Vitinha in this team because just like William Patro that I've mentioned for PSG now, Vitinha is another one. If he's not in this PSG team, PSG are not dominating as they did. And the reason why I'm going to rule out Makaleli fits now, yeah, is because if we're playing with a lone DM, Makaleli would get in there. But because we got two in there, I just feel that Vitinha fits Verratti better. So that's my reasoning. Only because we're playing with two sixes.
Fam. I'm gonna start sending you over more documentaries and clips on players and shit just to refresh your memory before these fucking streams. 'Cause I'm sick and tired of this bullshit happening on every team. There's always one. Like, bro, how do you not remember? Like, because you clearly can't remember that. He has to be. Like, bro, he changed football. He changed the midfield. If it weren't for Makaleli, a midfield three wouldn't even exist, bro.
I hear it, bro. I hear it. But listen, Makaleli at Real Madrid, you know, we know Zidane was saying, you know, who's the most important player? He said Makaleli. I hear all that. He went to Chelsea. He was one of the main reasons why the Chelsea dynasty started. I hear it, yeah. I just can't leave out Vitinha. Bro, I can't leave out Vitinha, though.
Bro, Vitinha's a kid, bro. Makaleli's whole career, what he was able to fucking achieve and how good he was and what, like, the impact on football. This is a Ronaldinho shout, brother. Like,
nah, don't do that. Ronaldinho shout.
Bro, this is a Dino shout in the fact of Dino changed the game.
Oh, did you know?
Yeah? Like, this is that. It's like the Cafu Carlos thing. Their man changed the game. They changed the position totally. With Dino, it wasn't so much the position. At first, it was the style of play. That Joga Benito shit coming out proper. You get me? That beach football on grass was blowing people away. You get me? And then he took it from grass and put it in cages, and it just took off like a rocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, these men changed the game for the better. Cardinho, obviously, the inverted fucking winger as well. Like, these men opened up new positions in the game and changed it for the better. Otherwise, if it weren't for, imagine if Carlos Cafu, Dino, and Makaleli didn't exist, you wouldn't have inverted wingers, you wouldn't have defensive midfielders, and you wouldn't have fullbacks with technical ability. It's hard to argue that Makaleli doesn't fall into that same mold of.
No. To be fair, I hear what you're saying. I do hear what you're saying. He's transformed a position in football. I get it.
Vitinha's what, 23, 4? Bro, we can't.
I think he might be older than that. You know, I think he's older than that.
Is it?
I think he might be like 25 or 26.
Even that, bro, 26. We're putting him in over Makaleli's impact on football.
So the thing, do you think I'm doing more recency bias then, more or less?
Okay, let's look at the team already. Yeah, you've got 3 players that still play for them and 1 that left a year ago. Out of 6. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, recency bias because they won Champions League back to back and they have been the biggest team in Europe, at least, if not the world, for fucking the last 2 years. Bro, I get it. Fantastic players. They've built essentially a Galacticos, fucked off the Galacticos, and now the team that they've got that they wanted it to be teamwork, it's teamwork of Galacticos. Got all these man of stars now. You know what I mean? All some of the best of the positions and shit. But for me, the the guys that changed the game, like these man are the names. Like, bear in mind, we've done a France all-time 11, a Chelsea, and a Real Madrid one. What one's Makaleli in? Give him some
Real Madrid, Real Madrid, Real Madrid.
He's not.
No, we didn't put him in the France one, did we?
We didn't put him in any squad.
Yeah, we didn't actually. Yeah, but again, that's because we're not playing with a lone DM.
I hear it, but that, like, for me, like, it's not like all he was just a fucking defense. Like, obviously, bear in mind, he was a central midfielder first. Yeah, and because his defensive qualities were so good, and they wanted to try and get another fucking like creative player on the pitch, and basically, bear in mind, Madrid Galacticos, what was the philosophy? Just get the bad boys on the pitch, they'll make it work. You get me? So they see it as an opportunity to, right, we're gonna fucking be able to juggle shit around and make some of the big names be able to fucking play some way, somehow, by putting him there. Bro, like I say, it changed the game and it created a whole new role for the rest of history. But it wasn't like he came through a youth system and was like, at 17, right, create a role or I'm going to be ineffective. Like, this guy was sick enough to be at Madrid, and then Madrid said, you're that good, you're creating your own role. You know what I mean? Just so you can fucking be our engine. Like, for me, that the level of that, like, bear in mind, Zidane was a 10. My man came, one of the best players in the world. You're going out on the left, mate.
On left, yeah.
They bought Beckham as a right midfielder, but Figo's out there too often, so you're going inside now. You know what I mean? Like, bro, he got fucking free reign. We're gonna give you your own role. We're gonna call it your role. Get me? That just tells you how good that guy was, bro. And like you say, everywhere he went, massively impactful, was the engine for the teams that he was in. And like I say, they ended up being successful, largely in part to the impact Makaleli had on the team. Like, to just rule him out, oh, we're not playing with one lone, like don't matter. You know what I mean? Like, you're telling me, realistically, if you had Prime Makaleli or Roy Keane, technical ability, no outside fucking bias or whatever, you're taking Makaleli to go next to Scholes. You just are, because Scholes is the one that's going to get forward. There's no defense.
Yeah. So what you're trying to say, really, is that because Verratti offers what Vitinha does already, you need a Makaleli that can more or less hold the position next to him. In a sense.
Makaleli will do.
The thing is, I hear that, yeah, and I think Atro's made a good comment as well, yeah. He's saying that if I look at Verratti, I'll put it on the screen right now, yeah. If I look at Verratti, is your DM, I would want a CM there and then a CM, not a double DM. Hence, I see Makaleli and Verratti. But I personally want more forwards there. And I hear that, yeah. And this is why I'm saying, because for me, yeah, the way that I see it, Verratti can do what Makaleli can do, but he's also better on the ball. And that's why I'm ruling out Makaleli, because what's Makaleli going to offer different in a two that Verratti can't do?
Well, thing is, for me, like, when we're talking about getting forward and like, I kind of already have it mapped out in my head, the fucking, like, what the top 4 players are, and there's not a defensive bone in any of them. You know what I mean? So, like, we're gonna have.
I might actually surprise you, though. I might actually surprise you with who I'm going with.
All right.
I've got it mapped out, so I might surprise you, but we'll see. We'll see.
I think I know. If I can't get it in 2 guesses, then yeah, you've baffled me, because I think
the thing is, don't say it though. Don't say it.
No, I won't until we get there, innit? Well,
all right.
But yeah, it's like
I had the front 4 was the easiest for me personally. to do.
No, but this is what I'm saying. I know what people are saying about in a midfield too. You want more forwardness. I fully get it and understand it. But look at it like this, yeah. Them front
Mm.
four that haven't got any slots yet, they're going to be mad attacking players. Look at your fullbacks. Yes, they're very good fucking defensively, but they're going to be getting forward as much as possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for me, having that extra stability in the middle next to Verratti, like them man are holding it down. They're controlling that midfield between them. You know what I mean? And they can let guys fucking get forward and know that we've got cover. These man defensively pretty much flawless. You know what I mean? It's exactly
Yeah.
what you know. You've got two fullbacks that both want to get forward as much as possible. It's like, well, that's
Mm.
essentially why you want a midfield three, so you can put a defensive midfielder specifically to keep dropping back. You know what I mean? But when we're talking like, look, this formation here, the front four ain't gonna move a fucking step backwards from where they're already placed. Yeah, they're not even. I doubt they're going into their own half unless they concede a corner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
And
know you mean.
fullbacks that are fantastic going forward. You're not going to tell them, man, chill out because we've got an extra midfielder in there.
Yeah, no, the thing is based on that. I hear it. If you got them fullbacks that are attacking, you want a Makaleli really that can plug the gaps in it. No, listen, I hear it. I hear it. I mean, I'm happy to put Makaleli in there. I'm just saying I would have liked Vitinha because the way that I view Verratti is that Verratti can do what Makaleli does and more. That's the only reason. And if we had a lone DM, a different system, then again, the Makaleli role, he started it off. I think it's, you know what I mean? It's obvious that he does get in there. But
No, but I do feel like you are being a little bit generous when you say he does everything that Makaleli does and more, because in a sense, like, yeah, he can pretty much match him on pretty much everything, but his defensive work for me is
yeah,
it's not matching, and it's definitely not.
unrivaled there. I hear it.
But like I say, on pretty much everything else, when we're talking about technique, passing ability, all the rest of it, like, yeah, bang on. But obviously, defensively, Makaleli fucking untouchable, and that's what I'm saying. Like, for me, when I'm looking at that back four already, two of them are getting forward a lot. So midfield for me, I'm not asked about creators too tough. And
Yeah,
then when it comes down to it, and if I'm given a choice, between you're at 25, or yeah, and then you've got fucking Makaleli, who, looking at his career, you've got the whole career to look at. It's hard for me to pick Vitinha when what? How many seasons ago was he playing in Portugal?
no, he was at Wolves, wasn't he? Before,
Well, that's what I'm saying. He was at Portugal first, then he went to Wolves,
he was
and then
at
he went.
Porto. Yeah, I think he was at Porto.
I'm
So
trying to
I
work
think
out.
he's been at PSG for three or four seasons,
He only did what, like two at Wolves, innit?
something like that. Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah,
And obviously they've done a little bit of time, even if it's just 2 years. Yeah, so say his career really only got kick-started what, 7 years back max.
yeah,
It's like, bro, I can't really put him up against Makaleli just yet.
Mm.
It can't really be done. But it's like for example, if Buffon had more time, like say if he'd have gone 2 or 3 seasons earlier, yeah, and still had a bit more time to impact the team, I don't think we could have gone with Donnarumma over Buffon, just for the fact of like it would have had some more impact. It wouldn't have just been one season
yeah,
where the decline was visible, because you would have still got 2 good seasons out of him, and it would have been a different story then. You know what I'm saying? Because you've
mm.
got the whole of Buffon's career to look at with everything else that he's done at the club.
Yeah,
Makaleli, obviously, fucking the time period that he was there, he'd have been instrumental to what they was doing. And you look at every other club that he'd been at, same impact all the way back to fucking Real, where they literally created a position to accommodate him better. It's like, well, fucking hell, for me, you can't leave a player like that out of every. Because bear in mind, there's no other all-time 11s that he can fit into, because he's not. If he's not making it into these ones, he's not making it into before, bro. He's not getting in on academy shit. So
No, but to be fair, I swear he made the Chelsea one.
nah. The
No, he must
Chelsea
have made the Chelsea one.
and
No, bro, he made the Chelsea one. I'm pretty sure.
nah. One sec. I'm gonna pull it up on you on the phone now.
Go on. Let me go through the chat while you're doing that. Has Gav watched Makelele play? If he played for PSG today, he'd help them win 4 Champions Leagues by now. So of course I've watched Makelele play. Like again, I'm not big up to Verbic, but Verbic, listen, man watched Makelele when he was at Real Madrid, you know, and again he was underrated at Real Madrid. You know, Zidane, as I said, Zidane even said that, you know, he's the most important player, which Real Madrid didn't really take note of, which is how he ended up at Chelsea in the first place. Yeah. But to say that he would have won 4 Champions Leagues with PSG today, yeah. The reason why I'm going to change that now, yeah, is because if you're replacing Makelele with Vitinha's better on the ball than Makelele, and even though Makelele was a supreme DM, would Makelele have provided the same sort of balance and the passing range and the tight and the close control, the dribbling that Vitinha does? Because that's what he does in that midfield. And let's remember as well, Vitinha's playing in a double pivot with Fabian Ruiz, and that combination works. I'm not saying Makelele is a bad player, yeah, but to say that he'd win 4 Champions Leagues with PSG today, you don't know that for certain, because the role that Vitinha does for PSG is a different role that Makelele would do. And again, Makelele isn't a double pivot player. He's a single pivot player. So again, that would mean PSG changing their whole formation if Makelele was to be playing instead of Vitinha, and you're not necessarily going to get the same kind of performance. So again, necessarily that won't work. Even though, as I said to you, Makelele was a good player, man. But yeah, put in the chat Makelele or Vitinha, and then we'll go with whatever the majority say, and then we'll go from there. Big up to Niche, man. Big up yourself.
I can take it a little bit better because yeah, we did, but I was right to doubt it because fucking SCN and Fabregas, you get me. But he was in a midfield 3 with them too, so obviously. But I thought I thought we had 2 strikers for that.
Yeah, is Makelele SCN, was it Ballack? We said.
Yeah, in the middle, and then obviously
yeah.
Robin on the wings.
Yeah. I knew he was there.
I had 2 strikers in mind, but I thought the old school 4-4-2 where one of the strikers dropped back. I thought we had no, because Zola would have missed the fucking thing. That was from 2003 onwards, but I think we ended up ruling Zola out because I think he was only there for a season after that, or he was there. He was technically there at the start of it, but he got sold before the season started or some shit.
Yeah, obviously Zola comes from the will be the 95 one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what we even said. Like when we come back, we did 85 to 02 for that Chelsea one. There's no doubt like someone's getting in there, but right now, like fuck that. Like for this old, I think because it was from their takeover that 03 to present day. It's kind of like we've got a lot to work with in it, so let's leave Zola out and obviously accommodate somewhere where we can do, because obviously once we come back do that 90s one, we get Zola in that, and then when we cycle back round to do the ultimate, like the all-time 11 from the 2, then we've got more guys to pick from, kind of thing, innit? Well, like I say, I'm all right to take a loss on this now, knowing that Makelele did make it into Chelsea. But yeah, I thought it was a 4-4-2. I thought it was SCN and Fabregas.
Niche fan say Makelele, no way. No way. Gabs.
Or are you saying like because that one can be interpreted however the reader wants to.
Yeah, I hear it. Gav, stick Neves in. Listen, Neves has been very good for PSG, but if we're saying that Vitinha or Fabian Ruiz probably won't get in, there's no way that Neves gets in. And again, Neves falls into the category of, you know, he's still too young to get in there in a sense. I think on Nuno Mendes, it's a different story because he's by far the best left back in the world. And I think he'll go on to be, if he carries on doing what he's doing, to be the best left back that can rival the likes of a Roberto Carlos and a Marcelo. So I think he's that good, you know. Guys, come on. What are we saying? Makelele or Vitinha? My preference would be Vitinha, but listen, if you guys want to go with Makelele, then I'm happy to go with that. And then we'll move on to the attack. Niche fan wants Neves. Guys, what are we saying? Vitinha or Makelele? I mean, Fabian Ruiz deserves to be in there, but do we put Fabian Ruiz ahead of Vitinha? I mean, Fabian Ruiz is very underrated as well. So let's see what the chat thinks. Chat, let us know, man. Vitinha or Makelele? So the problem with PSG was the coach. Makelele today would be 101% better than Vitinha. But again, to say that he'll be 101% better than Vitinha, yeah, you have to understand the role that Vitinha plays for PSG. Like, again, Vitinha's role is a lot different to what Makelele would do. Makelele, as we only see him, Makelele's only played as a lone DM. PSG don't play with a lone DM. They play with two double pivots. So my thing is, if you're going to say that Makelele will be 101% better than Vitinha, you're asking Makelele to do an entirely different role to what Vitinha does. So it doesn't make sense, because Makelele can't do what Vitinha currently does for PSG. And that isn't because Makelele is a bad player. It's just that Vitinha's skill set is a lot different. Whereas if you're playing with the one defensive midfielder, then I'd hear the argument for Makelele. But if you look at PSG's dominance, their dominance has been because they're playing a double pivot, not a lone six. So again, man, it's about understanding that, really. But Vitinha, but if Makelele, I'm fine with that. Makelele said Kante was better than him, but Makelele is better than Kante. He is. Kante was a workhorse, man. He wasn't a technically skilled player, Kante.
And to be fair as well, you got to remember Kante got compared to Makelele because obviously defensive.
Because they're black and bald. That's why.
And
let's keep it real, man. They're black and bald, man. You know what I'm trying to say? You don't know what's going on there. Black and bald and can run.
If Makelele's turned around and said Kante is better than he is, it's because he's that humble guy. Just like everyone hears how humble Kante is. Bro, Makelele was the same, innit? Like, so, yeah, Makelele's not the guy that's going to sit there and say, I'm the best defensive midfielder that ever breathed there. That's
part of the problem.
You know what I mean?
It's part of the problem. You know what I mean?
He will sit there and say, oh, fucking Declan Rice is better than me because he's that humble guy. You get me? Like, he's just going to say that, innit? Like, Kante will fucking turn around and say all that kind of shit when he's retired, and you're looking at him like, I know what you did. Why are you even downgrading yourself? But it's because he's humble, innit?
Yeah.
End of the day, fucking hell. A lot of these footballers you hear them say some outrageous things. I don't take none of these pundits serious. And because when they get asked about current day shit, they know this could impact my wages.
Yeah.
Not got full income like that no more, so they have to be good boys for Sky Sports and all that shit there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, we know it works. These lot only like Kante because apparently he drove a Mini Cooper. You know what I'm trying to say? This is the kind of rubbish, man. If man was driving like a Bentley like Mario Balotelli, you know what I'm trying to say? He would have soon been getting criticized. We all know that.
Yep.
You know, but listen, let's just put Makelele in there. I mean, personally, I would go with Vitinha, but listen, I'm happy to put Makelele in there.
Yeah.
Let's put him in there so we can just move this on and get to more pressing matters. Right, let's move on to the forward line. Now, I've got a feeling, yeah, this is gonna cause a bit of debate, yeah. So I've got wingers and 10s together. Yeah.
Right, okay.
So I've got worthy mentions. Javier Pastore. Remember Javier Pastore? What a footballer he was. but he don't get in. But he was a very good footballer. Ezekiel Lavezzi. If you remember Ezekiel Lavezzi, yeah, I'll tell you one thing for sure, yeah. On the Pro Evos back in the day, he was a problem. Let me tell you now, yeah. Ezekiel Lavezzi was an absolute problem on Pro Evo. I can't remember what Pro Evo it was, yeah. But I kid you not, he was one of the best players on the game. He was sharp, skillful, change of pace. Like, he was an absolute problem. I'm telling you, yeah. But again, because of the level of quality, he don't get in. I mean, I've thrown Lucas Moura in there for banter. You know what I mean? Like, he was shit. I can't even lie. When I first heard Lucas Moura, before I'd even seen him play, yeah, I thought, okay, this guy, he must be good. He's Brazilian. He weren't Brazilian. Just like Martinelli's not Brazilian. These guys are from Peru, sorry. I'm telling you, they are not Brazilian, these guys. So he's out of there. Julian Draxler, someone's mentioned. Again, was meant to be the wonder kid for German football. Again, good player, but doesn't get in. I put Hatem Ben Arfa. Again, Ben Arfa's a worthy mention because Ben Arfa's one of them players, yeah, that he's a street footballer, like Adel Taarabt. Like, these guys were so talented, but didn't have the careers that they should have had. Yeah, but I think we can all agree, yeah, those three positions there, which is going to be a 10 wingers, or if it's 10s out wide, is between Neymar, Messi, Di Maria, Ousmane Dembele. And again, I put Dembele out wide because he's not a striker, even though he's playing false nine. Kvaratskhelia, and I put Mbappe out there as well. Yeah. So I'm telling you this now, yeah. My three is gonna be, and Fitz, I think you know this anyway, yeah. My three is this: Lionel Messi on that right hand side, Neymar in the 10, Kvaratskhelia on the left. Argue with me. I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
No space for Di Maria, no?
Bro, Di Maria's not there because of Messi. That's the only reason.
I hear it.
Nah, listen, Verbic. Leo's there, man. Leo's on the right, man. Let's not do that.
Could it not make more sense to go Di Maria on the right, Messi on the 10, Neymar on the left?
I hear it, bro. But you know what? I think Kvaratskhelia has to get in there. Kvaratskhelia is... To think that football has dropped off so much, yeah, he's one of the players that are keeping it alive for me. I think he's that good. So, and the thing is, if I'm picking between Kvaratskhelia and Di Maria, I'm going to go Kvaratskhelia.
I hear it.
I know a lot might disagree, yeah, because I'm hearing Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, Mbappe, Neymar. I'm hearing Draxler, Cavani, Neymar, Mbappe. So Neymar's a constant, yeah. So Neymar's definitely there, which, to be fair, is not really a surprise.
Well, go.
Come on, bro.
This is the bit that those three is the bit where there's real debate. Let's just get the striker out the way. Zlatan.
All right, bro. I'm glad you said that, yeah, because I'm not even gonna say it. I'm just gonna put his name in, and I hope no one disagrees with this either, yeah.
It doesn't matter. I already know that me and you agree on that, so that the vote they're not needed on that. But that lets people know that Mbappe is not going up top.
Bro, Mbappe's not in this team. I don't care, man. He's not in this team.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm seeing a lot of them 4 names coming up, and I know people are thinking that Mbappe is gonna go striker. So let's just rule that out from now, so man knows there's only 3 positions in contention here, not 4.
Bro, before you do that, though, yeah, just answer this question for me, because I'm not going to answer it. Big up to Cavani, yeah, but listen. Yeah.
I know exactly what Verbic's saying with that one, yeah, because, yeah, Cavani...
I'll be honest, I don't.
No, Cavani at PSG, like, he was very impactful for them, yeah, but, like, Nah, Zlatan's had impact everywhere he's gone, and I've played devil's advocate on this before and explained like, well, he's only ever gone to top teams, but at the same time, that's just a testament of the quality and the fact that he's able to walk into top teams and have an impact. Uh, Ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? He's absolutely ridiculous. And I love the fact that both of these men spent time at United. And whilst he was at United, I loved both of them. You get me? Like I can't knock either of them. Cavani was I liked him because he respected the club and he respected how things worked, and you know what I mean. Like he didn't cause any kind of problems, and he did pop up in a few moments. You know what I'm saying? But Zlatan, for me, his time at United sold me on this guy. Is yeah, he was the closest we had to a Cantona kind of character in football.
Yep.
You know, he had everything. He used class with what he could do with a ball, and it is what people will say is arrogance. Like his banter essentially, 'cause that's his sense of humor if you being real about it. But like, yeah, top tier, absolutely top tier. Like I say, still to this day, top three. For the time that he spent at United, for his chance to be in my top three of all time United chance, bro,
Mm,
it tells me I loved singing that motherfucker there. You get me? Like,
yeah. You know what? We're getting a bit of discourse in the group, yeah, because in the chat, Niche fan cannot believe, yeah, that Mbappe's not in there over Zlatan. You know what it is now, yeah. I
Zlatan,
think, bro, the thing is, yeah, I think people that put Mbappe in this team, yeah, it can only be recency bias. It can only be that. Listen, Cavani was a bad boy. Listen, Cavani was better at Napoli. If you remember Cavani at Napoli, yeah, with Marek Hamšík, Ezekiel Lavezzi, yeah, and Jose Callejon. If you remember that team, Napoli, yeah, Napoli were dangerous. I preferred Cavani then. When he went to PSG, don't get me wrong, Cavani was good, but there was no way Cavani was better than Ibra than what Ibra was at PSG. And not to forget, let's just look at Ibra's career. You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
trying to say? So whether you want to do it on the career or what they done at PSG, there's no way Cavani gets in ahead of Ibrahimovic for me personally. Yeah. And listen, we all know what Mbappe's done throughout his career so far. Yes, he gets goals. Yes, he's got pace. Yes, he's the all-time top scorer in the World Cup. Yes, he's won World Cups. I get all that. Yeah. But I'm sorry. Yeah. He he cannot get in this team for me. He can't because of the quality. Because I prefer Kvaratskhelia on the wing to Mbappe. I
I
do.
hear it.
So that
I
that
hear
just
it.
rules him out for
Nah,
me because he's not
but
better than
again,
Ibra as a striker, and I prefer Kvaratskhelia.
I'll be totally honest. I'd have no problems with no, like I said, to accommodate Di Maria on the right, like pushing Messi into the 10 and Neymar over onto the left. I wouldn't mind doing the same for Mbappe just for the fact of what he's won and the career he's had so far has been top tier. But again, he's not won a Champions League. You know what I mean? Like he's everything he's done's been international, really, and obviously he's won fucking a few leagues. But uh, we we're talking about someone that's had such a great career so far, gets numbers, whatever. No fucking Champions League and no Ballon d'Or. It's like, well,
Yeah,
in the same conversation as Di Maria. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
it's not like he's a dead cert like a Neymar or a Messi. Cause these men have already proven these names have to go in. Mbappe,
yep,
give him another 6 years, he might be one of them guys where it doesn't matter, he has to be in this. But let's
yep,
be clear, whilst he was at PSG, he was a massive record signing for them, cost them huge money, and all they wanted to do was win a Champions League, and they didn't win it until they fucked off, and then they won it twice.
yep,
So how impactful for PSG? Again, we've had this conversation, and people don't like to hear it about other players, so I won't name names, but players that put themselves ahead of the teams, their numbers or their GA or whatever. These men, yeah, they look great on paper, but look at what they did in that team and look at how the team works without them around. It's a different story. You know what I mean? And it
Mm.
becomes clear when you actually fucking look at it.
And bro, you
Like,
know what? Yeah, that leads it on nicely. Yeah, to what I'm gonna say. Yeah, you see fans that get carried away with someone getting mad numbers. Yeah, you've clearly seen that a player getting numbers realistically doesn't mean anything apart from their own like self gratification, really. Because to think that Mbappe got numbers at PSG and they didn't win a Champions League, as soon as he's gone, they build a team, they win back to back Champions Leagues. Even if you want to look at Real Madrid, yeah, Vinicius Jr. was leading that team when Benzema went, and in terms of an um, attacking threat, Vinicius Jr. was the main attacker for Real Madrid. Now Mbappe's came in as the bigger name on the most money, and although Mbappe for 2 seasons has got very good numbers for Real Madrid, someone tell me what Real Madrid have won since he's been there. I'll tell you, he's won nothing. Yeah. So my point to you is, yeah, and this is why I always use the argument with Bruno Fernandes. Yeah. It doesn't matter how many numbers a player's getting. Yeah. Ultimately, if a player's getting numbers and your team's not winning the trophies, it means nothing. All it means really is that that player is literally getting hyped up because he's getting numbers, but it's all about his own self gratification. But the reality is, football's a team game. So if a team are not winning trophies, but you're getting good numbers, why should that matter? It should only matter, yeah, that you're getting those numbers if it ends in your team getting trophies. So Mbappe's clearly showed that he's scored goals wherever he's been, even when he broke through at Monaco, PSG, Real Madrid. This guy will always get goals. He'll always get numbers because the kind of game that football is now is very much suited to an Mbappe. Physicality, pace to burn, you know. But ultimately, again, I'm not saying that Real Madrid are never going to win anything, yeah, because they will win trophies. Don't get me wrong, but the evidence should be as soon as Mbappe's gone to Real Madrid. Do you think it's a surprise that they haven't won anything? It's not.
And
But
look
they were
at
winning
like
when Vinny Jr. was there.
bro, look at it like this, yeah. I've just had to Google it. My man at the age of 18 signed for PSG, yeah, 2017. Yeah. So for 9 years, this guy has played at PSG and Real Madrid in within that time. Both teams, the only thing they really prioritize is the Champions League, and he's never won it. But his numbers are fantastic. But this is
There
the
you go.
thing, like clubs that he's at only care about Champions League. That's the biggest thing to Real Madrid, and it's been the biggest thing to PSG. You know what I mean? And within that
Yep.
nearly a decade, he's not been able to win it. And that to me says a lot. Like I say, he played every minute basically for France. But look at where he didn't turn up. Dembele did. Or fucking Barcola stepped in and did something. There was always someone doing something, a little moment there that just changed the game. And it was the quality in depth that they had, not Mbappe. Mbappe didn't carry them through it. Let's be clear, he fucking got a few goals here and there in the games where you expected him to get goals. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like it's not hard for him to get 2 goals when he's coming up against fucking. Look at the group stages they were in. You know what I mean? Like look at some of
Mm.
the earlier games. You're not surprised that he's getting numbers.
Yep.
But I say, look at the quality around him and all that. If you put Mbappe into fucking like any other team other than Spain, any other team is not making any kind of difference. He's not going to raise them up to the level of France and Spain are. You know what I mean? Because
Yep.
he's not the guy. If anything, he's going to make them slip further. You know what I mean? Because they've not got the kind of quality around him to make up for his selfishness. And it's not a coincidence. Like, bro, my man started out on the wing and then switched into the center and just made it all about numbers, just like his idol. You know what I mean? So it makes sense. Like
There you go.
you can see his blueprint already in real time. He's gonna do exactly what his idol's done. He's
Yep.
trying to make the same kind of moves and all of it. It doesn't take much to fucking work out what his career is gonna be. But the joke is, Cristiano, by his age, had already won Champions League.
Yeah.
You know, a Ballon d'Or.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
But Fitz again though, yeah. I'm not gonna say that Real like Mbappe is never gonna win a Champions League because Real Madrid have the money. Yeah, they have the money to put a team together. Obviously, Mourinho's in charge now as well for him to do that. But what I think what fans need to realize, yeah, and it's the same thing that I've said about. I've mentioned Bruno Fernandes. I mentioned Jude Bellingham as well in the World Cup. It's all well and good that these players get in numbers against the lesser team, but you can clearly see when it comes against Argentina in the quarterfinal, or no, sorry, in the semi-final, Bellingham didn't show up. But then he gets a goal when he's fresh off the bench against tired legs in a meaningless game. You see what I'm trying to say to you? So for all these goals that the likes of Mbappe or Bellingham got in the World Cup, etc., it hasn't yielded in any trophies. And again, it needs to be looked at, yeah, that if a player's getting numbers, it's usually going to be to the detriment of the team.
Yeah.
You know,
Look,
if you're getting numbers and your team are winning, fair enough.
yeah, cause like, yo, bro, if we say let's put up fucking I don't know, fucking Wayne Rooney against Didier Drogba, yeah?
Yeah.
Wayne Rooney probably got better GA, but Drogba popped up in all the big games.
There you go.
His goals won trophies, got him across the line. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, fucking Rooney would have contributed to the league and contributed along the way in fucking cup matches and shit, but he wasn't the guy that, like, if I was a Chelsea fan, anytime they reached the final, I'd have had money on Drogba scoring because it was easy cash.
Yeah.
I'm saying, put him in a big game. I'm putting money on him. Like, he's going to do something. You know what I mean? Fucking absolutely ridiculous because you could rely on him in the biggest moments, but people would instantly brush him off because they'll look at his numbers in his career and say, well, that's not impressive for a striker. But what's impressive is the games that he got those numbers in. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't stat pad against fucking nothing teams like that. He was getting his numbers in fucking finals and like constantly in the biggest games. Like, how many times I saw him fucking score against United pissed me off. But he's one of them. He's one of them that you hate to watch, but once he's fucking left, you're like, yeah, what a fantastic player he was.
Bro, he was a big game player, and you know what makes me laugh as well, yeah. When people talk about the best ever strikers to play in the Premier League, yeah, they don't try and say, like, where would you rank Drogba really?
Bro, he's got, for me, if we're talking Premier League, you already know who my top guy is.
Yeah.
And then from there, we've probably got a conversation between what order it goes, but he's definitely got to be top 4 or 5 at least. Like I say,
Right.
it's not.
So, no, but bro, I agree. Yeah. But I can guarantee you this, yeah. If you was to ask the majority of fans in this country, yeah, or the ones that go by Sky Sports, I very much don't think they would have. Well, put it this way, they wouldn't have Drogba in the top 4.
Yeah. They might not.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, he might not even be in the top 10.
Because they're going to tell you Henry, they're going to tell you Aguero, they're going to tell you Alan Shearer, they're going to tell you Harry Kane. That's already 4 players.
Yeah.
But why is Drogba left out of that? And obviously, and they'll probably say Rooney as well. But even though we know Rooney was a 10, but they wouldn't put Drogba in the top 4. Yeah. I mean, if you're asking me, who had a better impact in the Premier League, Shearer or Drogba? I'll tell you, Drogba did. But Shearer, because Shearer's got the record, because Shearer spent the majority of his career in England, they're going to tell you Shearer. But was Shearer better than Drogba? Really?
And people will say, like, oh, and obviously he didn't get the trophies because he played for Newcastle. Yo, let's not forget, my man went to Blackburn Rovers when they were the fucking multi-millionaire fucking takeover. You get me? They were coming in to do what Chelsea did. They set the blueprint for Chelsea. Blackburn Rovers in 95, 94 times. they was coming in and breaking records left, right, and centre for people. They were building a super squad technically. Still didn't win shit. But he won one, and then that was it. Couldn't win again, and then eventually he's fucked off because he knew he'd lost his chance. Cause we wanted to come in for him, and then he'd fluffed that up. So we got fucking Solskjaer in, and then obviously from them, like, well, Arsenal didn't want him clearly because they never fucking got linked to him or nothing. So I might as well go back. Fuck it, he knew, but that's the thing, man. Fucking. He got a lot of goals, but as we're saying, what was that a positive for his team or a detriment because he only won the league title once at Blackburn? And considering
again, man, this is a conversation that's always going to rumble on, isn't it? But yeah, man, I think a lot of these things just need proper conversation rather than just people just saying things. But as I said, yeah, I think he's a prime example, Drogba, isn't it? Let me go through some of these comments quickly before we get the 10 and the wide players in, or the 10s out wide. Big up to Mick Moore, says, hi Gav, first time I watched you live, always comment on your content, better than Goldbridge. Yeah, big up to Mick, sorry, not Mike. Yeah, listen, I've seen you commenting on my content, man. Big up to yourself. And listen, yeah, if you find the content better than that guy, then it's a good start, put it that way, because one thing about this channel, yeah, is that we don't want anyone to agree with our opinions, but myself and Fitz, when Fitz is on it, we like to give you guys a bit of a different angle, because there's a lot of channels out there, yeah, that just say a lot of what the general consensus is. You know, you're never going to get this on the channel, and doing things like this as well, you know, the all-time 11s, is good for conversation, isn't it? But I think myself and definitely I know Fitz does as well, we like to remember players of the past and compare them to what's actually going on now. You know what I'm trying to say? So this is why we love doing things like this, man. So again, if it's the kind of content that you like, man, then it's going to be a regular thing that we do anyway. So yeah, big up to yourself, man. And yeah, keep commenting, man, as well. Because I say, like, you know, there's a lot of stuff that I do put out that isn't popular. But you know what? I don't care, man, because I'm not going to change my mind. I'm always going to keep saying what I'm saying, you know, because it's coming from a place of experience and it's coming from, you know, just my generally own opinions. So, but yeah, big up to yourself, man. Let me go through some of these comments quickly. So, fun fact, Gav, Leo had more GA for PSG than Kavicha. Recency bias is getting you. Cavani has to be here. He was carrying them. Again, I don't know how the recency bias is getting me because Leo's in there. so I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, maybe because obviously there's a lot of clamour for Cavani. Maybe this is where we put that 10 as another striker, throw Cavani in, and we just go Messi, Neymar.
Bro, listen, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Big up to Cruel Eagle. Yeah, listen, guys, any Man United stuff, I'll go through it at the end, innit? Because I think a few of you have put some Man United stuff in there. So let's just complete the team, and then I'll touch on some of them afterwards. Yeah, again, if anyone's got the source, yeah, put the source for what you've just said, Cooley, man. Put that in the chat. Because I've not heard that myself. Big up to Babs One Diva with the jewels. Big up to yourself. 200 jewels. Let's see this. Bayern Munich winning 14-0. My God. 14 million. Who they playing? A university team, I'm saying. 14-0. Yeah, that's crazy.
From the sounds of it, they're just playing a fucking empty side of a pitch.
Yeah. Bro, listen, look at this. Yeah, this is what I'm trying to tell you, yeah? Drogba isn't even top 10. Balotelli was better than Drogba. But you see, the thing is, though, yeah? Niche fan, big up to yourself, yeah? But why do you think Drogba is not in the top 10? What is that based on? Because you put Erling Haaland in there, yeah? And let's get it right, yeah? Erling Haaland is a serial goal scorer. But if you're saying that Haaland's in there and Drogba's not, I want to know what you're basing that on. That's all I'm asking. I need to know what you're basing that on. 15-0 full time, mad. Let me know what you're basing that on. It's a guarantee I know what you're going to come back to. And this is part of the problem. But anyway, listen, let's get back onto this team. I think we can all agree that Neymar's in there, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to put Neymar in the 10. I'm going to put Neymar in the 10, yeah? And again, I don't think this guy needs any introduction. You know, I think the biggest accolade you can give to Neymar, yeah, is that if he was in this era right now, in his prime, he's by far the best player in the world. Yeah. The only thing with Neymar is that Neymar was coming through an era with Messi and Ronaldo, yeah, where popularity, you'd probably say, and maybe, well, even though Neymar did get numbers, yeah, but popularity probably worked against Neymar because this is a generational talent, this Neymar. You know what I'm trying to say? And I think in terms of ability, the only one close to Neymar in ability is Messi. That's it. Ronaldo, like Neymar's more talented than Ronaldo. He is, but Ronaldo obviously had the numbers. He had the PR, the hype. And again, don't get me wrong, Ronaldo did show up in the big games. That's not what it's about. But just how I like to see the game played. Because remember, I watched Ronaldo like yourself, Fitz, yeah? We watched Ronaldo when Ronaldo was a skinny winger coming from Sporting. You know, bare spots on his face, you know, playing right wing, making his debut against Bolton. Did I believe Ronaldo would have come on to become the player that he became? No, not really. So it's testament to Ronaldo, isn't it, really? But when I look at how the game's played and just the ability of someone like a Neymar, I put Neymar ahead of Ronaldo based on ability. But in terms of the mentality, Ronaldo's obviously right up there, don't get me wrong. But Messi and Neymar for me, in terms of ability, you know, and I put Hazard up there as well. But Hazard for me didn't have the mentality of Ronaldo. Put it this way, yeah, if Hazard had the mentality of Ronaldo with his ability, Hazard's up there with Messi and Neymar. Obviously, not so much with the goals, but in terms of ability, you know what I mean. So, that's how I see it. That's how I see it. But we're getting mad ones. We're getting Cavani right wing. Cavani is right wing, not Leo. Kvaratskhelia on the left. In terms of striking, would you say prime Neymar is better than prime Mbappe? But again, this term striking makes no sense because what does that mean? Because does Mbappe get more goals than Neymar? He probably does. But Neymar's not a goal scorer like that. Neymar's a great first player that gets goals. So I mean, in terms of striking, it doesn't really make sense, that question. If you're saying who's the better player, Neymar's by far the better player. By far. But if you're looking at someone to get you goals, you probably look at Mbappe because Mbappe is more of a goal getter than what Neymar is. But so yeah, that term striking is kind of difficult to kind of answer that question. Neymar was always overlooked because of Messi and Ronaldo around at the same time. 100%. 100%. And if it wasn't for Messi and Ronaldo, Neymar dominates the Ballon d'Ors. He does. To think that that Ousmane Dembele, who I think is a good player, has got a Ballon d'Or and Neymar hasn't, you can't tell me that's a problem. And what it tells you is that if Neymar was in his prime in this era right now, he's dominating football. Just like the way that Yamal is doing at the moment. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's what it is, man. All right, let's get this left winger in. For me, yeah, it's between Kvaratskhelia. I can't put Dembele in there. I can't put him in there. Fitz, what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
I'm not gonna lie.
Should we go right hand side or left hand side first? Because Messi's in there for me.
So if anything, you might as well just bang Messi in, innit? No point waiting.
Yeah, Messi's in there. I'm putting Messi on the right hand side. Like, I can't believe we're having a debate over Messi and Cavani. Like, It's yeah,
No,
like
but
it's
that's
some
what
of
I'm
the
saying.
worst I've heard. I have to be honest.
For me, we can't debate Messi and Cavani. Like Messi's getting in there because it's Messi in it, but at the same
Yeah,
time, fucking it's whoever's going on this left that can be going up against Cavani because that's what's left in it. Realistically,
yeah,
like I said before, we can switch Neymar to the left and put a striker in instead of a 10, but fucking obviously,
yeah.
like right now, uh, my options are already fucking changed because I had Neymar on the left anyway. So
Yeah, yeah. I would have put Neymar on the left, but I just feel that Kvaratskhelia has to be there because if we're looking at it between, because Di Maria misses out for me because of Messi, yeah. But if we're looking at it between, Cavani and Kvaratskhelia, what does Cavani have over Kvaratskhelia? Because I've got a feeling it's only going to come down to the same thing as it always does.
no, I hear it. I hear it. But that's what I'm saying. For me, I really don't mind throwing Neymar to the left and getting an extra striker. But like I say, I had two strikers written down there, and it was Latan and Cavani in it. So
Yeah,
I don't mind doing that. But like I say, I I, I rate cover. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm against it. It's just for me, still kind of early to like because the teams like kind of like
bro. Carry on, gone. I'm back in 1 minute.
no, like the team that we've got there. Like obviously we've already got quite a few like more recent players in there, innit? It's like Cavra. I don't know if he's done. Uh, he has done enough, obviously, because he's won the titles and he's won the fucking Champions Leagues and that. So technically, he has. But I don't know. I do feel uncomfortable putting fucking Cavrat in before adding an extra striker for Cavani. But I'm not really gonna complain about it too much because I do actually rate Cavrat Scalia, so I don't mind. I don't mind. But chat, I'm gonna put it down to you guys. Like I say, the option is there if you're that dead set on Cavani. This is the opportunity in it. But like I say, I'm not gonna be pushing for it from here. Cause I genuinely don't mind too tough adding an extra striker up top, knowing that we're gonna have the fullbacks coming up and fucking trying to whip balls in. I don't. I'm happy with that. Or I'm also happy having Kavrat out wide and having Neymar in his more natural position. I can live with it. So yeah, man. I'll start getting your comments in and let us know in it what we're going with. We're going with Kavrat or Cavani. And Verbic, I've just come on the fucking chat to see what's being said. I can't remove anyone. Gav's controlling it all in it from his side. I'm just a guest on this shit. But like I say, I feel like obviously I understand what you man are saying about getting Messi out of there, like, but Verbic Cavani right wing is mad. It's mad that I can't argue that. Like I say, fucking getting Kavrat's position switched out. That one could be an option, but like I say, I think Messi's getting in there. It's similar with Neymar. Like Neymar, uh, it's it's how good of a player he was, and you know what I mean. Like yeah, it's difficult to like dislodge them. It's almost that same as at the start of the stream when we was discussing the R9 stuff. And even at my debate, like why I was saying I still have to vote for Buffon, even though it shouldn't go to him. It's one of them. Like certain names have to get in. Messi and Neymar are gonna have to, guys.
Yeah,
Nah,
sorry, man.
I'm with you now. Vervic's just trying to get me to try and persuade to get Cavani in it. I'm just saying, like, this is your opportunity, guys. Like, right now, it's Cabinet Skelly
Fitz,
out.
remove Leo if you can, please.
Yeah, man. Yo, they're all desperate to get Messi out and get Cavani in, even if Cavani's got to go on the right wing. I'm saying, bro, this is your chance to get Messi on the right, Neymar on the left. and just switch out and get Cavani up top. Like, could vote Cavani over Cabra, and you're good.
To be fair, you know what though, yeah. I think football calm has made a good thing. So he's saying he rates Messi, yeah, but it doesn't understand how Messi is there, not Cavani or Di Maria. Don't get me wrong, Messi is the GOAT, but it's based on what they did in PSG or the ability. And again, yeah, so it's a bit of both. And this is what we were saying earlier, yeah. So ability wise, it's unquestionable, yeah. And to be fair, like Messi did do well at PSG. It's just that I think everyone's talking about the fact that they never won the Champions League, yeah. But we have to remember Cavani didn't win the Champions League either. So this is what I'm asking, yeah. Are we putting what are we actually putting Cavani in for? Because if we're gonna go back to goals, then you might as well just put Mbappe in there.
No, I hear it. I hear it.
That's my point. So
but the thing is, I can understand the clamour for Cavani because I do love Cavani. Like I say, his time at United sold it for me. Like same with Zlatan. That's why for me I had both of them down from the get go because yeah, Zlatan. If you've got to pick, I'm gonna have to go Zlatan. But
bro, I'm gonna have to disagree. I'm gonna have to disagree though with what you're saying. You said, yeah, because I've seen Verbeek say the same thing. I don't believe Cavani was great for Man United. I don't, not one bit. I don't believe he was great. I think Cavani had moments, yeah, especially the goal that he scored from the halfway or just inside the halfway, yeah. That was a great goal. Don't get me wrong. The header against Southampton, I think I remember as well. But I'm not gonna say Cavani was great at Man United. I don't think he was.
no, that's what I'm saying. But for me, like when we announced we're signing a fucking mid-30s Cavani on a free from
Yeah,
PSG, I didn't expect the world from him. You know what I
yeah,
mean? But the fact that he came in, no ego. I swear he even swapped his shirt numbers over because next guys came in and shit that wanted his number. It's like, bro, no issue. Kept everything smooth. I don't want no problems. I'm keeping everything and everyone happy. And then,
yeah,
like I say, popped up in moments that still live on in my memory. You know what I mean? So it's like he was great for the expectation. Like when we signed Pogba for the money that
mm,
we signed him for, and Lukaku for the money that we signed him for, I knew Lukaku for straight away. You cannot live up to your pay. You know what I mean? Like no one's gonna be able to justify why we spent what we did on Lukaku. It doesn't matter how good he was gonna be. He already had a rod on his back. You know what I'm saying? Similar to
yeah,
Pogba. Pogba was going to get a little bit more of an allowance because it was like, well, he's one of our academies. He's come home, this, that, and the next. He's made himself the best player in the world and come home. So we'd have given him a little bit more leeway. But Lukaku, as history fucking proved, got no time. He was hated almost immediately. Everyone saw it as we're bringing in Pogba's mate because they fucking chilled together. They fucking signed him as well. Like everyone was
yeah.
pissed off about it. You know what I mean? It's like for me,
Mm.
I feel like
I,
when we're talking about impact at clubs, though, it's relative. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah,
for me, when they signed Messi, the expectation was they're gonna win Champions League now. So the fact that they
yeah.
didn't, his time there was a flop. You know what I'm saying? Same
Mm.
way, like and I just said it about Mbappe. Like, bro, for 9 years he's been playing for clubs that only care about Champions League, and he's not won it once. So how considering this guy got signed at what 18 and he's had 9 years, so the guy's 27 years of age. Yes, he'll probably win a Champions League before he's done, but he's 27 now.
Yep.
How much of a wonder kid was he? You know what I'm saying? Because you would have
Bro,
expected,
he signals what football's become now.
yeah,
That's what he does. He literally
create
signals what football's become. Like
100%.
he's hyped up, PR, pace, and he don't get me wrong, he does get goals, but someone of his age now, you would have expected him to win the Champions League. And again, the fact that PSG won it as soon as he went, that just tells you everything.
You know
It
what
tells you
though?
everything, really.
Know what's mad though? I can genuinely see a reality where Mbappe never wins a Champions League, and
Mm.
people will then instantly say he's just like R9 in the sense of we can't believe he didn't win a Champions League because people will look at the numbers and
Yeah,
they say And the joke is they'll look at the numbers and they'll say, well, Mbappe was the better player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's fucking
So
ridiculous.
we're dealing with now, innit?
And when that happens, I'm checking out. I'm going to start following cricket.
I hear it. You know what though? Just quickly, yeah. And Verbic, you're killing me, man. I have to say you're killing me, yeah. So Verbic has now said, yeah, Cavani won 21 trophies for PSG, Mbappe 15, Leo won 3, yeah. But context will tell you, yeah, how many seasons was Messi at PSG for, how many was Mbappe there for, and how many was Cavani there for. If anyone knows how many seasons each three of them players were there for, put that in the chat, and then it will just dispel this myth. Because if you're trying to say Messi can't be there because he only won 3, well, he might have only been there for 2 seasons, I believe. Yeah. And then this is the best one. This is the best one. Yeah. Messi's best season was 23 goals and 20 assists. Yeah. Cavani's was 49 goals and 6 assists. Yeah. Again, you're comparing a creator first to a goal scorer. Why don't you compare a creator to a creator and a goal scorer to a goal scorer? Because to compare Messi getting 23 goals and 20 assists and Cavani getting 49 goals and 6 assists, it's like, well, Cavani gets goals, which he got more goals than Messi, yeah, but Messi's got more assists. And again, to add in the GA, yeah, the GA is lazy because Cavani's not a creator. So just leave his assists alone. We already know that Messi gets as many goals as he gets assists. So it'll be fair to add in Messi's GA, but Cavani, as you can see, he's only got 6 assists. Cavani's never been a pass first player anyway. So again, these are just stats to put together to tell a lie, basically, because you can't be comparing a goal scorer to a creator and then you're adding in his assists. Like he's not a creator. So again, let's not do that. Yeah. And again, as Mick has said, PSG didn't win the Champions League with Galacticos. They won it with a team. There you have it. That's why someone just hogging up numbers, it means nothing if your team don't win the big trophies or win trophies. You know. Yeah, Fitz, try and see if you can turn down your thing again quickly, because I can still hear the. Yo, that's better, bro. No, it's still happening. It's still happening.
My it's on basically the lowest that it can be now, isn't it?
Yeah. Guys, it's still happening. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's odd. It might be. Yo. Yeah. I wear it, man. I don't know what's happening. All right, guys. Let's get this last player in before we wrap it up, and then I'll just touch on some of the Man United stuff at the end as well. So, because if we're gonna base it on numbers, yeah, then you have to kind of look at Mbappe, then, in my opinion, as well. Because I don't think Mbappe or Cavani necessarily should get in, but I'm happy to go with what the majority of the chat want. So what are you saying to go with 2 strikers then?
Well, I'm just throwing the option on the table because I can see what the chat's like. The chat really wants Cavani in there, innit? So it's like, well, this position is the only one where it's like, well, like I say, Neymar could go left, that 10 can go to a striker, and everyone's happy, innit? And to be fair, I see the point, and like I say, for me, I do rate Cavani clip. Like I might have more of a personal like to him because I just feel like his time at United, like he was class, and it might that I don't necessarily mean on the pitch. I mean he was class. You know what I mean? The way he carried himself, utter professional, can model. You know what I mean? The model for younger players looking at how you should be when you've got the name behind you. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I say, I can live with Cabra on the left. I can live with Cavani up top. I'm not really too fussed on this. If the
Mm.
if the debate was locked in, like Cavrat's already in it and it's messy, and now I'm gonna get a bit more involved in it. But
Yeah,
between Cavrat and Cavani, I'm willing to let that go down to the vote in it.
yeah. All right. Well, let's just decide. Yeah, let's just decide. Do we? 'Cause I think it's between three players. Yeah, and I'm happy to go with the chat. Um, Football Karma has said Ronaldinho. Yeah, listen, Ronaldinho. The reason why Ronaldinho's not there is because it's from 2005. So yeah, so it's 2005 to present, and then obviously we're gonna do a different year period because again, there's some bad boys that we need to be looking at as well. So yeah, that's the reason why we're doing this period. But we are going to be doing the 95 period up until 2005. So yeah,
And
that's why
then
Ronaldinho's not there. So we've got
one
guys. Let us know, yeah, Cavani, Mbappe, or Kvaratskhelia. I'm saying Kvaratskhelia. Fitz, who you going for?
I'm gonna go Cavani, so it goes to the vote in it. If I go Cavrat, it just writes it off in it. So I'll go Cavani just so we can put it to the vote. So
All
there
right,
you go.
cool. So
I'm letting.
we've
I'm
got one for
leaving
Cavani. So Man City, Liverpool saying Cavani. Atro saying Cavra. So we've got
one.
one each on Kvaratskhelia and Cavani. There's none for Mbappe at the moment. Football Karma saying Cavani. Verbic is saying Cavani.
3-1.
All right, so 3-1 Cavani. Let's see what the others say. By the way, my vote counts as well, guys. So it's 3-2.
Yeah, all right. And then that means mine does. So it's 4-2. So it's still the same gap. Don't
Now,
worry
but bro,
about it.
you want Kvaratskhelia, man. Don't try that one. You want Kvaratskhelia.
I started the vote by saying Cavani. Let's not try and fucking play black magic and that. The dark arts can't come into it here, bro. You and your
Hey, Vic,
messy.
you killed me, man. Cavani, yeah. All right. Listen, you're looking like it's gonna be Cavani. If I'm running such a technical team, Mbappe cannot be there. Cavani, sure, but he's a Atro, this is exactly what I'm saying, Atro. But listen, we're gonna be outvoted, man. But we can see the vision. Let's just say that, innit? We can see the vision. So there's no one for Mbappe though.
Nah,
No one for Mbappe.
that's made. I would have thought there'd have been at least a couple that are saying Mbappe has to be, but maybe the point's been proven. Like obviously, fucking hell, he was signed for big money in a period where Champions League's all that matters. So it's hard
Yeah,
to vote for a minute when he fucked off and then he win it back to back. You're taking the piss, mate. You can't not look like the detriment at that point, innit?
I hear it. All right, let's just put this team in, innit? So I've gone from, is it 4? Let me see if I can change this. 4-2-4.
Go 4-4-2 in it.
Yeah, I know, but the way they're setting up, I'm not really liking that. I don't want to see Neymar and Messi playing left and right midfield.
But you know they're not playing. You know exactly where they are. They're just out wide.
Yeah.
You know they're out wide.
All right, so you guys are convincing, man. Cavani, and Cavani's wearing number 10 at Boca Juniors as well. Yeah, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It is what it is, isn't it? Let's put Verratti in there.
But yeah, whilst you're loading that up, I've got just what I touched, but I already had something before the stream. It's just a random bit of fucking banter. But
Go on.
fucking this one, because obviously the talk about Drogba before, yeah. The reason why, for me, he definitely has got to be in the top 5. Like I say, big game player. You look at this stats. He scored the winner in the Champions League final in 2012 against Bayern Munich. Yeah, bro,
Yeah.
my man scored 10 goals in 10 finals. Yeah, 8 goals in 8 games at Wembley. Bro, he is the ultimate big time player. Like when you've got a big game coming up, he's the guy you turn to. He like I say, as a United fan, he was the Eric Cantona type. When you needed it, he was there. You know what I'm saying? bro, ridiculous. And look at Cantona's numbers; they're not hella impressive. But look at the goals that he scored them in FA Cup finals against Liverpool and shit. Biggest
Yeah.
game you can have. You know what I mean, bro?
Mm.
Fucking big game player, man. Ultimate big game player. If people want to say, "Oh, Haaland," all right, cool. I watched him in one Champions League final. That's all he's made it to, and he didn't score. They needed Rodri to do it. He didn't turn up for the
Yeah,
final.
listen, Drogba, and again, he's another one. He's another one that I think doesn't get the remember that Sky Sports list that we see on that was talking about.
Yeah.
He was missing from that as well, wasn't it? And again, I think the only reason why he's missing from that list and why people forget about Drogba, again, it comes back down to do with the amount of goals.
Yeah. But that's
You
what
see
I'm
what I
saying,
mean?
bro.
So,
But if you look at the
yeah.
games, he was the ultimate fucking. There's a reason why he's loved by Chelsea fans. You know what I mean? And let's be clear. Like, what's the one common perception of Chelsea fans? That they're racist, innit? Bro, he's loved by Chelsea fans. That's It took so much to do that, bro. I'm telling you now. Fucking my ultimate. Anytime they needed someone, he was there. You know what I'm saying? Fucking ridiculous quality in Drogba. And like I say,
Nah, he
Haaland,
was, man.
as good as his numbers are, I've only ever seen him reach one final so far. Yes, this time, but one final so far, and he didn't score in that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I've not seen him. I've seen him turn up in league matches against the top six. His record's decent. You know what I mean? But big, like when we're talking actual like big games, finals, can you get us across the line when nerves are kicking in?
Mm.
I've not seen it. Drogba, cool as ice, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, man. And you could put your fucking house on him bagging in the final. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look at stats of it, and yeah, bro, 10 in 10. Every final he started in for Chelsea, fucking like, oh no, sorry. Every final he scored in for Chelsea, they won.
Yeah. Yeah. And
You
again,
know?
look at his record against Arsenal as well.
Yeah, yeah, ridiculous. That's what I'm saying.
Mm.
No, big games like his record against the big six will probably be fucking good because he always scored against Arsenal, always scored against us. He always got goals in the big games when it was needed, and that's the point.
Yeah.
Like his numbers, down what games they were scored in.
Yeah.
Fucking bro, one of the best that ever lived. Gotta be. Okay,
100.
anyone can score fucking five against fucking West Brom. But I want to see you scoring in Champions League finals. I want to see you scoring and winning FA Cups, and that's what he was doing.
Mm.
Gotta give more respect to a man like Didier.
Yeah. I hear it, man. I hear it. Ask Jamie Carragher, man. He'll probably give you the respect. Because that goal he done against Carragher, listen, he should have retired after that. You know what I mean? But I big up to Dereless, man, still not well. He's saying, Fitz is saying that. Gav, Fitz slipped something in my food. It's gonna be a long recovery.
I'm telling you now. Do you see what? Yeah, bro. I bet you had sauce. I bet you had salad. I bet you had all the shit that I've told you. Just, bro, if you're getting a burger, it's bread, burger, cheese, bread. That's all you need on that bitch. When you start having all these extra outside ingredients that aren't necessary, you're
All right,
asking
listen,
for.
just get some side salad, man. Get some side salad. It'll be all right.
I bet it was the side salad and the dressing that did it to him to stay away from it, bro. Go and get yourself a greasy fry up. You'd be good.
He said he's gonna be out like Ugarte at this point. Yeah, listen, let's hope Ugarte stays out indefinitely, man. 'Cause, I don't want to see that guy John the Man United shirt ever again. You know what I mean?
Bro.
Hopefully,
He needs to pass a medical and fuck off.
yeah, trust me, man. Let's get him out of it. Let's get him out of it. But guys, listen, this is our all-time PSG team from 2005. So again, we did change the formation. It was meant to be a 4-2-3-1. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm disgusted that Kvaratskhelia is not in there, you know. But yeah, we obviously was outvoted, you know, and obviously if we're outvoted, we have to put in the player that the majority of you guys want. So we went with a 4-4-2 in the end. Gianluigi Donnarumma in goal. Again, Buffon, as we know about Buffon, but Donnarumma for me was between him and Navas in terms of what they've done at PSG. The back four, I think you got the two best fullbacks as a pairing right now in world football, in Hakimi and Mendes. And as Fitz said earlier about Hakimi, the only two really that better Hakimi is Cafu and Dani Alves. And again, I can't disagree with that because I think Hakimi's that good. I think Reece James is that level as well, but again, injuries have been a problem. And again, Nuno Mendes for me, on the other side, I think you're looking at the two modern day versions of Roberto Carlos and Cafu, Marcelo and Dani Alves, and I think that's how good both of them are. So they're in there. You got the Brazilian pairing of Thiago Silva and Marquinhos. Thiago Silva, again, one of the all-time best centre-backs. And then Marquinhos, was there at the very start of PSG's takeover. Obviously, he's their captain, their leader, and has obviously been part of that back-to-back Champions Leagues. Again, there was Sergio Ramos that we was looking at. Again, Ramos, one of the best defenders of his generation, but didn't really have that much of an impact at PSG. And again, I was trying to get William Pacho in there because I think Pacho is underrated and is the partner of Marquinhos at the moment. Obviously, the midfield too, we was debating, Marco Verratti was in there, no doubt. But would it have been Makelele or Vitinha? And Fitz was clamoring for Makelele. I was saying more or less Makelele gets in there if we're playing with a lone DM, a lone six. But obviously, because there's a double pivot in there, I was thinking it has to be Vitinha because Verratti can do what Makelele does and more. But listen, Makelele was a top player, and obviously the position was named after him, so we had to get him in there. Really, there was debate, from the 4-2-3-1. Messi and Neymar for me were no-brainers. I know some of you were trying to get in Mbappe. I think someone even said, obviously it's Di Maria as well. But again, if it's Di Maria or Messi, Di Maria was a bad boy, but Messi had to be there. Neymar was a no-brainer. And obviously it meant that we changed the formation. I wanted Kvaratskhelia in there, but there was a lot of clamour for Cavani to partner Zlatan Ibrahimovic. We had someone, I can't remember who it was, that said that Ibra over, it was Niche fan, saying that Ibra over Cavani was mad. I think it's mad for you to even question that, what I'm trying to say, because Ibra gets in there every day of the week, twice on a Sunday, what I'm trying to say. So, listen, it was an easy decision to get Ibra in there. But again, I think Cavani wouldn't have got in there for me. I have to be honest, because I don't like the 4-4-2 anyway. I grew up in the 4-4-2 era, but I prefer the 4-2-3-1, a 4-3-3. But again, Cavani, for what he's done for PSG, obviously that went over what Kvaratskhelia is doing. And I think Kvaratskhelia, man, could find himself hard done by. Again, Ousmane Dembele, another one. I would like to have got him in there. But we have to remember, Ousmane Dembele is a wide player who's now playing as a false nine. And even when you watch Dembele now, it's like this guy looks weird playing out wide now. Because Luis Enrique saw the vision to play him as a false nine. But I think Dembele, if I'm looking at Kvaratskhelia or Dembele on the left, I'm going Kvaratskhelia. So Dembele really didn't get in there because you're not going ahead of Ibrahimovic for me, So, and then obviously on the right, you got Leo, and obviously you got Neymar there as well. So, listen, this is a strong team. Can this team be improved? It can for me. I'll take out Cavani, Makelele maybe. I don't know, but it's a strong team, man. So, yeah, I'm happy with it. Fitz is as well, and yeah, listen, that's going to take some beating, and obviously we are going to be doing Monaco next week. So we've got Monaco, Lyon, and we've got Marseille as well. So let's see what them teams can put up. So I think Monaco's team, you might get a certain somebody that might figure. He might not. We'll have to wait and see. Because I'm telling you this now, I know somebody that will be in there, and I'm not gonna spoil it. But listen, Monaco got some interesting players, man. So you never know. Both of them might be in there.
To see who you're talking about, one set.
Say again. Say again.
Oh, I see a few.
Ah,
I see a few.
I'm not gonna say anything, yeah, but I'll tell you now, they both could get in, and it might be a potent team, put it that way. But I'm not gonna ruin any names, so you guys have to wait until next Thursday. But guys, just as a heads up as well, yeah. So me and Fitz are gonna carry on this all-time 11. So we are gonna be moving the day though, so we might actually end up doing it on a Saturday, but we're only gonna do that once the season kicks in. So we've got what 4 weeks until the season starts. Obviously, Man United playing Hull on the 22nd. Is it of September or August?
August.
It's August, isn't it? Yeah, it's August. They're playing. So yeah, once the season starts, guys, we are going to be doing every Thursday. Obviously, we are going to sort out a time as well. So every Thursday is going to be pure Man United talk on a Thursday, and then on the Saturday, again, we'll sort out the times. We are going to be doing the all-time 11. So yeah, this will be getting moved to the Saturday once the season starts. So yeah, there's going to be some sort of structure going on in terms of you know what the schedule's going to be based on that. And then also as well, if there's any fans of any other team, so whether you're Chelsea, Arsenal, you know, Man City, Brighton, whoever, if you're a fan of a different team and you want to jump on a stream and make it a regular stream for a certain day, then yeah, just let me know, man. It'd be good to get different fans on as well, and you know, create a community and create a consistency as well of having different fans jumping on, man, to see your take on your team as well. So
and
yeah, that's something that's going to happen in the new season. Go on, bro.
And one thing I like about that, like different fans and like, because I'll often ask Jonas, what do you think about what's going on at United? Like, because it's good to know what rival fans like view and see, and like, because like, bro, fucking, I'm not gonna lie, actually been enlightened by some of the things that rivals have said about my club, and I'm like, rah, never actually looked at that one there. You know what I mean? Like, but like I say, it's always good conversation when you've got two opposite fans or two like fans of different clubs. Conversation, cause you've always got different opinions there. You know what I mean? But obviously,
yeah, exactly, man. It makes for good conversation, isn't it? Yeah, big up to Darren Les says I'll defo join. That's if I make it. Yeah, listen, yeah, make sure you do, man. But as I said, if you can get an Arsenal fan on, a Chelsea, City, whoever, and we can schedule a certain day, as I said, man, it'd be good. It'll be good to get your take on your team, innit? You know what I'm trying to say. So obviously, yeah, in the new season, that's something we'll be looking to do. And yeah, that's one for you guys to think about. Let me just go through some of the Man United chat quickly. Just give me 1 minute. I know there was a question.
While you're finding it, just so you know, guys, when we do switch the all-time 11s to a Saturday, we'll be starting the 95 onwards teams in it. So if you like the more retro and throwback names that keep popping up in these kind of ones, it's only going to get better from there for you. But if you're a recency fan, it'll be good to lock in, cause obviously, like I say, I know a lot of the community didn't watch a lot of the players that we talk about in these ones, so it'll be like I say, it might be something where you learn something about certain clubs and certain players and shit. You know what I mean? Like, trust me, it'll be a decent one once we get to the Saturday ones, cause that's where I'm in my bag. When we're going 95, I'm in my bag, guys.
Yeah, now listen, that'll be a good one, man, 100%. Let me just go into some of the chat, guys, before we wrap it up. So why don't United go for Bruno G? I think I might have answered this before, yeah. You see, in terms of Bruno Guimaraes, yeah, I think Guimaraes is what, 28, 29. I think he's a good player. I know Arsenal were trying to look at him. Do I think he leaves? I mean, Eddie Howe's gone today, so he's resigned or he got sacked. So it might make it easier for him to get out there. But for me, I don't want Bruno Guimaraes because for me, he suits Arsenal the way Arsenal play. You know, Arsenal are very physical, you know, and Bruno Guimaraes is like a scumbag, you know what I'm trying to say? So he fits them, he fits that team perfectly. You know, they got a lot of scumbags in that team, Arsenal, and he's another one of them. So for me, yeah, I want players that got more control. You know, I want a left-footed central midfielder. And as I said, there's talk about Rodri going to Real Madrid. I'm telling you this now. It should open up the door for a certain somebody. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, listen, I think Bruno Guimaraes is a good player, but he's not someone necessarily that I would like United to sign. Just based on his playing style. You know what I'm trying to say? That's just my personal preference. But I'm not gonna say that he's a bad player because he's not. But I think if he actually goes to Arsenal, I think he strengthens Arsenal's lineup. You know what I mean? Because you know you're thinking of him and Declan Rice in there, which makes that Martin Zubimendi signing a waste of time. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that one. What's the one I see earlier? That's the one. Igor Thiago Bombard, you're not to United, just dropped. I mean, I haven't seen that yet, but if you guys haven't watched the stream the other day, yeah, when I done how Carrick could line up this season, listen, as long as Joshua Xerxes here, I'm not of the opinion Xerxes leaving. If Xerxes turns around and says he wants to leave, then fair enough, yeah. But for me, the way that Man United might be going this season with, you know, with being heavily reliant on possession-based football, that is going to suit Joshua Xerxes. So I'm just hoping Xerxes stays. You know what I'm trying to say? So if there is news about Igor Thiago, I haven't seen it, but I don't want Igor Thiago if it means Xerxes going, because I know fans that they don't rate Xerxes, but Xerxes for me has got a lot to offer. And if he gets a run of games at Manchester United under Carrick, and Carrick goes with this ball possession-based team, I think you're going to see a better Xerxes. That's just my opinion. So let's wait and see what happens. But let me see if there's any others. So I'm just going for the chat, man. Football Karma says, I want to know, is Mbappe in your France 11? I'll let Fitz answer that. Fitz, is Mbappe in our all-time France 11?
Nah, he didn't make it. Unfortunately, he didn't make it.
Football Karma, I'm sorry, man, he didn't make it. He didn't make it. And you know what it is, yeah? I think fans of this era now will be thinking, how the hell is Mbappe not in the all-time France 11? And it goes to show you, yeah, the players that he's up against were serious players. And it shows you that how much the level has dropped in football, because striking, we had Benzema, and on the flanks, we had Ribéry and Henry. And the thing is, if Mbappe does get into this team, it can only be in place of Henry.
Yeah.
Realistically. So
he doesn't come close to Arsenal Henry either.
Huh?
And Mbappe doesn't come close to Arsenal's Thierry Henry. I'm not asked about the Barcelona version of Henry. Arsenal, yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah. The French team was mad, to be fair, but yeah. Romano is in the chat. Romano. So Igor Thiago is not worth a look. Yeah, listen, Igor Thiago is not a bad player, but I just don't think Man United need to sign him. I think I'm happy with Xerxes and Sesko, because you know I just think both of them offer totally different things, and the facts are, if we go to a style of play that I'm hoping that we're gonna do, I'll be happy with either player because they both offer different strengths. But a lot of it would depend on if Xerxes decides to go. But I don't think Xerxes goes. So yeah, listen, I'm happy to see if he what's the name in it? If he stays. You know what I mean? What do you think, Fitz? Anyway, Before we wrap it
With
up.
that, yeah, well, I just had a quick search then, and the only club that I'm seeing him linked to is Tottenham. But if you remember, like towards, I think it was around about January time, I was saying that Igor Thiago definitely will end up with a move at some point over the next 12 months, whether it's a January move or it's a summer move. He's gone.
Mm,
And you were saying now he's just signed an extension. Like, bro,
mm,
them smaller clubs, they do that to increase the transfer value. And players
mm,
that make the name at them smaller clubs are happy to do that shit because they know I'm gonna go. And instead of going for 35, I can go for 60 and it helps the club but more, you know what I mean? So like
mm.
I kind of seen through the contract extension and thought he's definitely going somewhere. And to be honest, I for me, based off one good season, I don't think he's gonna be worth the money that you've got to pay to get him from Brentford now. But like I say, he is a good striker from what we saw of him last season. But
Mm.
bro, he's like what 25, 26. That was his first like standout season kind of thing. It's like
Yeah.
the money that you're gonna spend on that, it's still just as much as a risk for me because it's not like he's shown real consistency or shown anything where it's like, yeah, you know what, I think he's gonna be the changer. God, fucking how many times have bro? We've seen Kevin Phillips get 30 goals in a season and then never
Yeah.
did anything close to it again. You know what I
Mm,
mean?
mm.
It doesn't necessarily mean he's Prem proven just because he's done it in the Prem for one season. He needs to do it for two or three to justify like a 60, 70 million. But like that's what it will be. No, I
Yeah.
can't justify it, man.
The
Especially
thing is,
from
he's actually signed a new contract recently as well.
but
So
I know, like with that kind of thing, them smaller clubs, players will happily sign an extension, knowing that they've got a verbal agreement. Like, look, we'll let you go for 65, but right now you're only listed for like 35 because you've only got 2 years left or something. So they'll
mm,
extend just so the club can get more money because they know I'm going to go for X amount. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So like I already seen when he got the contract extension, I was still saying if anything that made me think he's definitely going because
yeah,
that's the kind of shit that them smaller clubs like to do. Like they try to get more money out when they know we can't hang on to this guy much longer. Fuck it,
mm,
like they have that talk where it's like, look, really appreciate everything you're doing for the club. If anyone comes in, we don't want to step in your way, but ideally we'd like to get X amount for you. But right now, we'd need to extend your contract to justify that fee, bro. Them, no players do that kind of shit because it's like a bit of a loyalty thing to the club, and you know what I mean. Like it's just one of them. But
yeah,
like I said, I'm convinced he's going somewhere, but with the budget that we're working with, look at like what we've done so far. Yeah, that Tielemans one fantastic deal, 30 something mil. Fucking Andre Santos for what, like 50 mil, bro.
yeah,
We're essentially we're bargain hunting. We're trying not to spend over a certain amount, and that's
yeah.
what's ruled out. Like every player that we've asked or inquired about, like Tonali and all these, man, we've heard the price and said nope, too steep. You get me, and just move the fuck on. No more contact.
But Fitz, you know the problem is as well. Yeah, a lot of fans are seeming to have a problem with that. I mean, I'm looking at Man United signing Tillemans and Santos, yeah, and because they haven't cost a lot of money, fans out there seem to be thinking that because we're not paying a lot of money for other players, it's not good business.
No,
Because
no,
you can't tell me that Yuri Tillemans is, you can't tell me that Elliot Anderson's better than Tillemans. He's not, and he
yeah,
cost 100 million. So the fact
yeah.
that Man United not spending that kind of money and identifying players that will get them stronger, I don't see the problem with it. You know what I'm trying to
No,
say? Because it's clever
for
business.
me, I don't mind doing that clever business because, like, for me, I said it months ago. We need a big window. We need like 9 players in, 7 to 9 players this window, and the
Mm,
only way you're gonna do that is on a budget. And I even said you're gonna have to look for some obscure transfers that nobody is
yeah,
expecting. And we was referring to like Edison and shit at that point. You know what I mean? And you look at
mm,
it, Andre Santos came from fucking nowhere. Yeah.
yeah,
And then the fucking Tillemans one came from nowhere. I can appreciate that, but for me, it's the speed in which you're doing it.
Yeah,
Like, okay, bargain hunt all you want if we're gonna get them 7 to 9 players. But if we're gonna get 4 or 5 players like we did last year, I don't want bargain hunts. Just fucking pay the money and get the stars in.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But if you're gonna bargain hunt and bring us the depth that we're really gonna need, cool. But bro, with the league starts, preseason's basically done, and everyone knows how important a preseason is to a new transfer.
mm,
Season starts in fucking 3 weeks' time.
mm.
In
But bro, yeah,
absolute
but listen, I hear exactly what you're saying, yeah, because yeah, it is frustrating that we're not really spending that big money. I hear it, yeah, but I can't look at this the window seeing how a lot of the players that are going for certain prices and think, well, we've got Tillemans and Santos that make us better, really. Because we've lost Casemiro. Don't get me wrong, yeah, but Yuri Tillemans is one of the best midfielders in this league. You know, Andre Santos has come in and has potential, and we are going to sign another midfielder. There's no doubt about that. So
no, but
I'm
that's the
more
thing.
I'm more looking at the fact here that we haven't spent the money that we thought we was going to spend, but we've got in two bits of business that have been good work. Because on the other hand, yeah, you could be Arsenal, yeah, trying to go in for players that are never going to get like Vinicius Junior. I mean, the fact that they went in for Vinicius Junior in the first place is laughable because
Nah,
Arsenal can't get them kind of players. You know, they
I hear
wanted
you.
Morgan Rogers. Rogers chose Chelsea. So my thing is, yeah, you could be Arsenal and be a laughing stock here and trying to go in for players that you're not really going to get, or you could do some shrewd business. Because to be honest with you, um, they brought in Zolis, yeah, and Zolis is just a replacement for Trossard, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is that a game-changing signing for Arsenal? No, it's not. But Arsenal cannot do the big deals. If they get Bruno Guimaraes will fit into their system. Don't get me wrong, but the big deals that the Vinicius Juniors of this world, they can't do them deals. You know what I'm trying to say? So if I'm
Yeah.
looking at Man United at the moment, yes, it's frustrating that we haven't spent that kind of money. But again, we've still got time in this window to still get another 3 players in, and
Yeah,
I'm still
but
optimistic that happens.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
nah, but that's my problem, though. Yeah, like you're saying
Mm,
there, it's time to get another 3 players. Okay, that's 5 players. That's how many players we brought in last summer. Yeah,
yeah.
we were throwing out 60 fucking 570 mils here and there. You get me? Like, how much was Sesko?
Sesko cost about 60 mil, I think.
Yeah, and
Mm,
Bumo was the same, round about 62. Same for Cunha. Yeah, so far
mm,
we've spent on anybody the same amount we have on one of those 3. And we're
mm.
looking at getting the same amount of players as we did last time. Yeah,
Yeah,
we brought 2 of them in for 80 mil, which is basically just a little bit over fucking Mbumo's price. You know what I mean?
yeah.
20 mil for Mbumo's price. So say
Mm.
let's say we've so far in what we've spent, we've done Mbumo, and how much was Lemens? Like 20 mil.
I think it was even less than that, like 14. I think it might have been.
Yeah, so let's say it's roundabout and Bumo and Lemens is what we've
Yeah.
spent so far. So right
Mm.
now I'm looking at it. And bear in mind, bro, that was a summer where we didn't qualify for Europe. We were thinning out the herd. We were letting players go out on loan because we don't need depth. Yeah, and we
Mm.
still spent like 60 odd mil a player. Yeah.
Yeah.
So far,
Mm.
this window, what we've spent matches Lamens and Mbumo, and you're talking another 3 players. Okay, cool. Them 3 players need to cost 60 odd mil then. Minimum, because you spent that without qualifying for Europe, which is 100+ million. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So if you're not going to put this money into it, why does making top 4 matter to us if you're not going to spend the money on our players and strengthening our
Oh,
squad
bro,
to really?
the window's not shut yet, and I believe the next signing is gonna cost upwards of 60 million. I do believe that.
But that's what I'm saying. No, they've give us nothing to believe. Like for me, like yeah, cool. If you're gonna spend that kind of money, it would have been to bring in Tonali or bring it like whilst the deal's there to be done. Now we've even discussed it before. Where look, centre mid, we're looking at options. Baleba ruled himself out. Bearman have fucking already made moves and shit. So now we're looking at the options, and now they're thin as fuck. There was bare options before. Yeah. Now with 3 weeks left to go before the league kicks off, the options are fucking thin to none. You know what I mean? So now,
Well, I think out of all those players, I think we all know who it's going to be between, innit? Yeah. Alex Scott's not happening for me. That's a way. That's not going to happen. And again, I think if Alex Scott was to go, why doesn't he go to Liverpool or Chelsea? Because he's got his old manager at Liverpool, and Chelsea already had a bid rejected anyway. Yeah. For me, it's between Camavinga, Baleba, Manu Kone. I think they're the three really I'm looking at, and I'm hoping and Adam Wharton's in there somewhere as well. But again, I don't know in it. But I'm just believing that, you know, because Baleba wants to come to the club, but obviously it's the fee with Brighton. Camavinga doesn't want to leave Real Madrid, but again, if Rodri comes in there, they're gonna have to sacrifice someone, and they've already let everyone know that Camavinga's up for sale, isn't it? You know what I'm trying to say? So I do think Man United get another player through the door.
Me,
I 100% believe.
The only player for me that's left on the table for centre mid is like, because they've already kind of ruled out the fucking Baleba thing because of the price. So they're looking realistically at Camavinga because they're not going to pay Wharton's money. Yeah, Alex Scott, same. They're not paying that kind of money. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to happen, and there's more logical places for him to go anyway. So for me, you've got Camavinga or nothing. And I feel like, literally, I've said it before, I feel like they're waiting to find out what happens with Camavinga. And if they can't get it done, back up, they'll just have to pay what fucking Brighton want for Baleba. And for me, that's not the business now. You're leaving it to the last minute, which they did. This time last year, we were all hyping that fucking Baleba wants to come. He's still fucking not come. We still haven't.
But the thing is, Baleba hasn't ruled himself out. Baleba wants to come to the club. It's just Brighton. The thing with Brighton, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though it's basically been ruled out by us because we're not looking to pay that fucking fee. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So with that not really on the table right now, I can see that being the emergency backup. We know what they want, and we've got personal terms basically wrapped up anyway. So it'll be a quick deal once we pay the money. But I think they're waiting to see what happens with Camavinga, because if we're going to spend that kind of money, we'd prefer to do it off Real Madrid. You know what I mean? So I feel like now we've got Camavinga, or we're going to get overcharged on Baleba. Now that to me is not good business, and leaving it to the last fucking minute. Potentially,
I hear it. Yeah.
I'm saying we've got 3 weeks till the season starts. There's probably like another week or two before the fucking
bro. Let me stop you on there quickly though. Yeah, let me stop you on there quickly.
Yeah.
How do we not know that behind closed doors, United are not doing business now?
No, they might be, but that's what I'm saying though. Like, the Santos one and the Tielemans both came out of nowhere. It's not like we got bare fucking pre-build up like the Cunha and Mbumo. We knew this shit was happening. You know what I mean? This transfer window has moved very different, but like the way that it's moved is like, okay, you're starting on a bargain hunt and you're trying to get the best value for the littlest money. I can appreciate that because I know how big this window needs to be. But if you're only going to bring in 5 players, which you did 12 months ago with 100 mil less to spend, and now bargain hunting, and bro, that I'm not going to be happy with that, because where if we could spend 250 after fucking worst league finish in history and no qualification to anything, and getting knocked out first round of every cup we played, so we didn't get no extra add-on TV rights, nothing, bro, the bare minimum, and we could afford to spend 250. And this season we're bargain hunting after finishing fucking top 4 and getting the extra money and all the extra. You get the extra money for just your league position, then you get the extra money for Champions League for qualifying, and then you've got the upcoming TV rights and all the rest of it. Bro, there's so much yeah, extra this summer to spend, and the bargain hunting. Okay, bargain hunt, but like I say, 9 players, 7 players minimum. Okay, if you're bargain hunting, that explains why you're bargain hunting. But if you're gonna
Yeah,
bargain hunt and bring us the same amount of people you did last year, but you're gonna spend less, nah, get the fuck out of here. You're taking the piss now. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So I'm frustrated with it because, like I say, I've got bare different people and different fans shouting me like, bro, what happened to this fucking massive window you were gonna have? Because I'm saying when we started off like with the little bargains and that, like, yo, could all start coming into place now, you know what I mean? Once we got them 2 fucking first ones wrapped up, like maybe
yeah,
they've got a few and they're all coming, but it's been quiet since. You
yeah.
know what I mean? It's like it does really leave you thinking, well, we probably will only get like 3 more. And then when you think, well, that's what we did last summer, preparing for less competition. We've brought a
Mm.
bunch of people back off loan, but they're all going out anyway. No one's staying, other than maybe Rashford, who people are still talking. We're trying to get a swap deal to get him out of the club. Like, bro, doesn't make sense. We've got so
Yeah,
much more games to play. We've got so much more fucking minutes to fill, and we've brought in 2 players and bargain hunted it. It doesn't make
yeah.
sense. At least if you'd have brought in 2 players and those 2 players was Tonali and fucking Camavinga, bro, I don't care what you've spent. We're having a great summer.
Mm.
I
I
mean,
agree. I agree. Well,
but
all I'm saying, yeah, all I'm saying is that the window's still open. I know, like it's like 3 weeks left to the end of this to the beginning of the season. It's, even though it's frustrating, it's boring, yeah. But from the business that they've done with the Tillemans and Andre Santos, yeah, you have to believe that United still do some business. You know what I'm trying to say that, and that's what I'm banking on, isn't it? So let's wait and see, man. But you never know. Tomorrow we might get something. But yeah, the longer it
yeah,
goes on, I know it's frustrating, man. You know. Right. Let me just go on to these last few questions before we wrap it up. And guys, before anyone tells me about, or if you're an Arsenal fan, about Ozil, Sanchez, and Bergkamp, yeah. Mesut Ozil didn't want to leave Real Madrid. We all know that. So he went to Arsenal. That's why he ended up there. Yeah. Alexis Sanchez, again, Barca chose to get rid of him to bring in other players. That's why he ended up at Arsenal and we took him. Dennis Bergkamp was at Inter Milan. And if I'm right in saying, wasn't Dennis Bergkamp competing with Roberto Baggio for a place at Inter Milan? Right.
wasn't getting
So any Arsenal fans that think Arsenal have got pulled because they got Ozil, Sanchez, and Bergkamp, I beg you do your homework and just check why they ended up at Arsenal in the first place. Because they were being either forced out or allowed to leave. If they had the chance to stay at their clubs, they're not leaving to come to Arsenal. So this is why the Vinicius Junior one makes me laugh. They've got no chance of getting Vinicius Junior, and I'll tell you why as well. Remember when I said when they decided to give Bukayo Saka a new 300 grand a week contract? You're now going to see why that's a problem. Because any player you get in now that is by far better than Bukayo Saka, you're going to have to pay beyond the roof for those players, yeah? And not to mention as well, we don't know if Bukayo Saka has in his new contract that he has to match the highest earner when they come through the door. That could be a possibility. So again, Arsenal don't have any pull. Let's stop the nonsense. Right. Big up to Mick Moore says, do you think Cole Palmer would fit in at Man United? 100% he would. But as it stands, man, he's playing with his boyhood friend in Morgan Rogers. So I don't see that happening anytime soon.
But yo, Chelsea are moving ruthless. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they brought in his boyhood friend as his replacement. I'm telling you.
Bro, if they did, man, listen, we're laughing, man. We're cheering. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm just not taking it seriously, man. I'm not taking it seriously. You know what I mean?
Nah, I hear it.
You know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, this Arsenal got pulled. It's a load of crap, man. These guys are delusional, man. What pool have they got? Tell me what pool Arsenal have got, Fizz. That's all I want to know. What's the pool?
To be fair,
Noni Madueke? Mosquito? Is that what we're saying?
this is like, to be fair, like when you're signing players like Rice, it's like, well, let's be real. Like,
There we go, Madueke. You know what I mean? Madueke. Come on, that's the pool they've got. Madueke and Marta Smelly. You know what I'm trying to say?
hear it.
Madness. Go on, bro. Go on, Sam.
Fans, you Arsenal fans would be better off talking about how, like, you find talent. Like, look at some of the players that you man have discovered and they've turned into gems. Vieira, Henri, fucking go a little bit fucking closer to now. Fucking you had fucking Cesc. Obviously, you fucking picked him out from the La Masia and that. But look at some of these players. Ashley Cole, uh, fam. Talk about that instead of like the pool, because the pool's not really even that. Like, the few examples that are debatable in it. But if anything, no, like, the eye for talent's always been there. They've always picked some fucking fantastic players from nowhere that no one was.
Yeah,
ready.
but that was Wenger, bro. Wenger's eye for talent was there, but I can't say that under Mikel Arteta, man, because they brought in Madueke, they brought in Martinelli and these kind of players. Like, it's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing. Martinelli's on 180, by the way. Just letting everyone know that 180 for a road runner. It's embarrassing. You know what I mean?
Man.
King Kai, as Aitra has said, King Kai. I actually liked Havertz at Bayer Leverkusen, and but did I think Kai Havertz would be on what 280 a week? No, I didn't, man. It's embarrassing. I'm telling you. But football's in the mud, as we already know anyway. And as I said, man, to think that they had a chance of signing Vinicius Junior, man, has to be like literally the funniest thing of the seasons of the summer so far. You know what I mean? Because not only would Vinicius Junior not go there, yeah, he's gonna shatter your wage structure as well. You know what I'm trying to say? And as I said, Bukayo Saka on 300 grand. This is what is set now. Because any top player coming to Arsenal, and when I mean top player, I mean in players that are amongst the elite, that are rated as the best in the world. As soon as they get there, they're gonna ask, all right, who's your highest earner? And then Arteta's gonna say Bukayo Saka. Not only are they gonna laugh, yeah, they're gonna say, right, you're at least paying me as a minimum 100 grand more. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's just that simple, man. So I don't want to hear Arsenal have Paul. I don't want to hear it, man. They ain't got no Paul. Look at their lineup. There ain't one player there that you can say has been a Paul. You know what I'm trying to say? So let's cut the crap, man, and keep it moving in it. But listen, guys, we're gonna have to wrap it up anyway.
Hey, yo,
Go on, bro. Go on.
One little bit of joke for you here, yeah. Yo, so you know Pickford, where did Pickford go to Everton from?
Where did he come from?
Yeah.
Sunderland, isn't it?
Yeah. So he's been at Everton now 9 years, Pickford, yeah?
Yeah.
Within that 9 years, Sunderland have got relegated to the Championship, relegated to League One, had a whole documentary about the fall off. Yeah, then got a promotion to the Championship, won the playoffs, and qualified for Europe. Meantime, Pickford has qualified for Europe once with Everton in 9 years.
That's crazy. That's mad.
How is that, bro?
That's mad. Yeah, that's mad. That's mad.
I was flabbergasted when I seen it. I was like, that's insane. That is fucking insane. But yeah, I thought that was a nice little gem for everyone. Like, that's fucked. That Pickford from
that's
now
crazy,
on.
man. That's actually crazy. That's mad. Jordan Pickford, man. Crazy. But listen, guys, let's wrap it up anyway. As I say, big up to all the mods for coming through each and every time. Atro, make sure you holler at me, man, after the stream, innit? So just send me a DM or just send me a comment or something so I can mod you on the channel, innit? So yeah, big up yourself, man, for coming through again. And guys, tomorrow, keep a lookout on the channel for tomorrow. I'm gonna be putting it up a bit later, but I'm gonna be doing a 30-day fitness challenge as well, with some other some influencers out there as well. So obviously, yeah, keep an eye on the channel. So I'm gonna do it live on my channel as well, and they'll be live on theirs at the same time. So yeah, just keep an eye on that as well. That should be happening tomorrow. I'm gonna say about 12 or 1 o'clock. So if you guys are if you guys are available at that kind of time, then yeah, just let me know, or just keep an eye on notifications, as I said, as always. And as I said, yeah, when the new season starts, me and Fitz are gonna be doing this Thursday at a certain time, just pure Man United talk. And then on a Saturday, we're gonna be doing the all-time talk. Monday, obviously, we've got myself, Fitz, and obviously, hopefully, Jonas. Obviously, we'll get Jonas back on as well. Obviously, he's a Liverpool fan. And even if there's another fan of another team, and you guys want to join that Monday one, let me know. Or if not, let me know for Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday, or Wednesday, whatever dates you guys can do. And yeah, we'll try and get this locked in for the new season as well. And yeah, man, it's been a good one. I'd say PSG all-time 11 from 2005. You have it right in front of you right there, 4-4-2. And again, that team will take some beating. But when we go through the other teams, obviously it'd be good to compare it as well, wouldn't it? So let's see what happens. But Fitz, you got anything you want to plug, bro?
Nah, man, just everyone make sure you go out and check the shorts or the reels or whatever the fuck they call them nowadays, innit? I know you've got a lot of reels and shorts that come up every day that fucking obviously you do a lot of long form stuff. I know, like me personally, I like watching long form, so I don't even normally go to the shorts.
Yeah.
Please all go to the shorts and check stuff out, man. Make sure you leave in comments as well to help drive the eyes up in it, make it reach more fucking people and that.
Yeah, big up, man, big up. But as I said, even just mention the shorts as well, because even Mick, that's in the channel now. So he found me, I believe, through a short or through a video. So again, shorts and videos don't really get the full conversation in it. So again, when I discuss things, I like to go in depth in it. So again, if you guys do see me through a short or through a video, you know, and it's not making sense or whatever you might think, then yeah, just jump on the live, man. You can see the conversation that myself and Fitz have, or even if I'm by myself as well in it. So yeah, make sure you guys check that out. But there will be some shorts coming out, guys, and some videos coming out over the next couple of days. So I think I've got 3 coming out tomorrow, and then 3 the next day. And I've done a little short, which I'll probably bring out tomorrow as well. So yeah, keep an eye on that, and just put your comments and your questions in there as always. And then make sure, yeah, you're hype. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you're new, and make sure you hit that like button as well. But yeah, as I said, I should be back, guys, tomorrow around 12 or 1 o'clock. As I said, it's going to be a fitness one with some people that you probably might have seen before. So yeah, I'm gonna obviously do a live one on my channel as well. So yeah, just keep an eye out for that one. And yeah, big up to yourselves for coming through each and every time. So yeah, we'll be back next Thursday, probably a similar time as today. So we went live today at 5 o'clock. So we'll be back same time next week, and we're going to be doing the Monaco all-time 11 from 2005. And as I said, that's sure to be a good one. And again, that Monaco team could be well, I say it could be in comparison with PSG. I don't think it will be, but yeah, they've had some good players, man. So it'll be interesting to see in it. But yeah, we'll definitely be back for that one. And yeah, if there's any news that drops about Manchester United, again, I'll be reacting to it as well. So yeah, keep an eye on for that one. And yeah, man, as I said, like, you know, I think the laugh of the season so far has to be Arsenal, you know, with the Vinicius Jr. Even daring to try and think they've got a chance of signing him, you know. But listen, if Arsenal have to get their fans on side by coming out with these audacious attempts for certain players, they've done their job, innit? You know what I mean? Can't help everyone. But on a brighter side, guys, big up to yourselves. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Thursday with what's left of it. If I don't see you guys tomorrow, then yeah, make sure you guys enjoy your weekend as well. And other than that, guys, smash the like button, sub to the channel, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in a bit. Fitz, big up yourself, bro.
Yeah, man. Bless, bro.
Big up, man. Catch you in a bit.
Safe, bro.